Stream Deck Go Live button is functioning. Hold on. No, I did the update for OBS. Okay. Yeah, that's part of it. That's fine. That's like that button does one thing. It turns on the screen. There we go. Hi, chat. My
See,
stream
I'm
deck.
gaslighting him because I haven't actually switched over my thing yet. Not actually, though.
There we go.
What's going on with your stream deck? Is it still not fixing itself?
No, it hasn't booted up yet, so I have to do everything manually in OBS. That's
Oh.
fine. Oh, by the way, I did the knock thing. Welcome, Tapeworm. Welcome, Gabby. Welcome, Sly. Welcome, Bombchi. How is everyone?
I don't know if it worked.
It worked.
Cool.
I have hot tea, although honestly now it's not hot. It's like lukewarm now.
Yeah.
I have leaf juice.
You have leaf juice. Oh my gosh. Just call it like British tea leaves.
Oh no. I'm actually trying to troubleshoot my stream deck right now. So for those to kind of give context to what happened, when I was trying to press go live on my stream deck, because I have a button for that on my stream deck, it didn't work.
Oh, you just press the button. Oh no, I never do that. That's dangerous.
No, because I have a tab for it under OBS on my stream deck, which I'm never in unless I'm streaming.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like it's dangerous to just have a go live button on your stream deck because like it could just like it'll reuse your previous settings if you're not careful.
Haven't had an issue
So
yet.
I never. Maybe it's just me, but like I'm always like afraid that if I accidentally do that, it's gonna.
No, yeah. Honestly, realistically, and I know this is the case, if I reboot my goddamn computer, it will work. So, it's fine.
When was the last time you rebooted
This
your
morning.
PC?
Fuck you. I know you're pulling the card on me that I pulled on you several times.
See, chat. Temp is upset because in the past, he has done the exact same thing to me.
Like, hold on. There's a meme, and we're gonna play it. It's from a British comedy. We're gonna play it
doing a DSP live
on stream
yes.
to show what my job is.
Oh, you're just gonna play the clip of it?
Yes.
I remember you trying to show me this this show, and I was like, Temp, I don't like British comedy.
I like British comedy, so you get to deal with it.
Oh gosh. I don't know, chat. We might have to take the dog out back because the dog that sounds very anti-American of you. British, yes. I don't know. It's pretty iffy in my personal opinion. I'm gonna miss Temp. I will too. It'll be very depressing to not have Temp anymore.
Okay.
I already feel like he's gone already, chat.
Oh,
he's drinking tea. He wants to watch British comedy. This is terrible.
There we go. Let me know when you have it.
Okay, hold on.
Monty Python or Quality Towers? Neither. I'm amazed no one's guessed this yet.
I know which one it is. Go ahead.
Oh. There we go.
Hello, IT? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Hello, IT? Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Hello, IT. Yeah, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Hello, IT?
Something's wrong with my computer.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
No. Oh dear, thanks.
Hello, IT? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Hello, IT? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Have you tried sticking it up your arse?
I haven't heard Temp do that one yet. I feel like he's about close to doing it.
Oh, wrong button.
I feel like Temp is close to doing that last one there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Although, if he did that, he would ruin his dad's business.
Yep.
So
we're not doing that. But.
Although I'm sure that your dad is at one point wanting to do that as well.
Oh, absolutely. I came when I heard Warhammer. We will be talking about Warhammer tonight.
Yes.
So How
As
is
somebody that has never played with Warhammer and probably has the least amount of interest out of
I will
everybody.
totally admit
Um,
when Akko visited, because I know one of the Dogwaves Akko was here. For those who don't know, I did try getting Akko to build a mini.
Oh, you didn't?
Yes, I
You
did.
never asked me to do.
Yes,
no
I
way. You
did.
never did.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I don't recall this.
I
This is
know.
fake news. It's fake news chat.
Open both streams. Only have temp stream on because Akko has been playing a lot of Silk Song. Fair point, Magma.
I am actually not playing Silk Song tonight.
I played a little bit of Silk Song tonight.
I think
I'm not playing any on
small
stream,
break
but I
tonight.
played some on like before I went and made dinner.
I think it's time for a break because I've gotten to the equivalent of what I think the
See,
castle climb is, and I'm not interested in it right now.
oh, I already finished that. I did it.
Oh, you did it today?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
See, I don't
In
believe
fact,
it's bad.
it was
It's just-
really cool. I finished it. It was awesome. So
Do you know? I read that
no,
there's
we're not.
actually a
We're
shortcut
not.
to
Nope.
get
Nope.
faster.
Nope. Nope. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not spoiling anything. I'm just saying there's a shortcut for it.
I'm going to veto you, mostly because I don't want to talk about spoilers that could lead to something. Because I know
It's not a spoiler.
I understand Magma's in chat, and Magma hasn't made it to a similar point in the first game. So no.
Yeah, that's not what I'm doing, though. I feel like you're getting way too scared over anything. Oh, sorry, Chad. I didn't.
Just have Wako watch Space King. So I guess on that note, I should
haven't
talk
watched
about
Space
it.
King. Not Space King 3, but I have seen Space King. First two, at least.
Hi, Dylan. So I know I mentioned it at one point, saying I do want to do a birthday stream at some point this month. I've not decided when. But because it'll be more variety, like more open to do whatever I want, kind of thing. We may end up watching Space King on stream. We'll see.
Will they be okay with that?
It's on YouTube already.
Fair, but like I don't know if they want.
People have been
they'd be
reacting to
okay.
Space King for a bit now, and if you follow Flash Gits on Twitter, they're like very open to like just reacting or like people's thoughts on it.
Fair enough.
So I doubt they'd do that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
How about Mag? We can complete the YouTuber graph. Oh, fun. I love Space King. Space King is very good. When you say 40K models were leaked, do you mean to 3D print or models are gonna to print? We have a video to watch that we will be watching later. Because it is a video to watch, it will be a later topic.
Yes.
But
and you
it is on the
pre-watched
docket.
this video, right?
I have not pre-watched it. I turned it on.
Okay. So it could be very
started
boring,
watching it.
and neither of us would know.
I did start watching it, but then I got busy and because I realized today when I went to go click on the Grums post about it, that's how we both learned about it. The Grums post was gone, so I went and just found the video.
Wait, why did Grums delete the post?
No idea, but Grums' post is gone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything else about it?
Not that I've seen.
Interesting.
So, wasn't all of 40K's models leaks, both fantasy and 40K? I don't know about that.
We'll find out in the video.
But we'll find out in the video, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought you watched it.
No, I have so many videos that you've sent me that like, you need to watch this. Like, the DSP Kino Casino video, the Bife video,
You don't need to watch the Kino Casino one. And the Bife one, I thought you would have watched because you love Bife.
It's almost 2 hours long. It's the only reason I haven't watched it. It's just
I feel like you're complaining over watching Bife. What the fuck? You loved watching Bife.
It's not even a lore video. It's just complaining about the game.
And the community.
Which
I can summarize that, by the way. I listened to it, so.
I mean, if you want to, you can. I'm just gonna close the DSP one thing because I'm like, I don't.
No, don't. Yeah, you don't need to have the DSP one open here. Hold
on. All I have
hold
as far as like YouTube videos is like the Bife videos there, Borderlands 4 videos there. Oh, that's the one I wanted to watch on stream, but we haven't done it yet. The
What?
Fall of Emmy Jones documentary video. I haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
is that the one?
That we were
where
gonna watch
woman
the
is
other
fucking the other person?
day, and we never did.
Yeah.
Um,
So, chat.
yeah.
I'm going to start off today with a Destiny topic, even though I'm not the Destiny friend.
No, you watched the video. I
so-
don't blame you.
I occasionally like to listen to people when they complain about their fan bases because it's extremely funny and it allows me to laugh at them a little bit. And Bife is the last guy I thought I would ever laugh at. Although I guess I should have seen the I guess I should have seen it coming when Destiny started its death throes and was kind of like on the last vestiges of life.
Mhm.
And ever since not the last expansion, but the one before that, Lightfall. Ever since Lightfall, a lot of Destiny content creators have been in this thought process of, oh shit, maybe I need to start looking at another game to hitch myself to, because it's just been perpetually like going down and spiraling down.
Mhm.
Bife has been one of those creators that I feel like has been very pussyfooting in terms of trying to find other games to put his hands on. And I feel like the reason why, I don't actually feel like I know the reason why, now that I'm thinking about it. All I know is that Bife is like very afraid to play and talk about other games.
Mhm.
Probably because, you know, his audience is tied to Destiny and his
Yep.
audience is there for Destiny.
And I pointed out to Akko as well. For someone like Bife, who has repeatedly tried to get into lore videos for Warhammer, Doom, Baldur's Gate 3, Warframe.
I feel like if he's passionate about these games, he would do decently well. He would do decently well.
So that's the thing, is like, if he was passionate, and I think he is definitely, like, how he's talked about them, he's very much passionate about them.
Uh-huh.
The problem is, and I think a lot of Destiny creators have fallen into this pit of, I've built my channel around Destiny, so we're kind of boned if we don't do Destiny.
Right. And
so it's like,
I
do notice, like,
he's in
when
the
I
same
went
way.
back and watched some of those videos, back before Destiny got really bad, because I was just like to listen to Live because he was calming and just fun to listen to lore videos and stuff.
Yeah, he's got that lore daddy voice that all of the Destiny stands talk about.
So
that's what he calls himself, chat. He calls himself the lore daddy, and
that
I
was-
actually kind of hate it.
that was his community that coined that, and then he doubled down
I
on
don't
it.
care. He decided to take it in and embrace it, which makes me hate it.
Meh, I don't care. Anyway.
Oh, hi there.
So, like,
But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
it's like, he is passionate about those things. At least at one point he was. It's just Destiny is in such a state where if you don't do just Destiny, you're kind of boning yourself. Which is why a lot of the people who were in Destiny years ago, like, still do Destiny, but they're more variety. And they started a long time ago. Like Glad.
no, I
know
don't
we
really
talked
pay
about Glad a while ago, but he's...
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week, maybe, where he was just like, I'm not doing the raid race.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah. So, I'll kind of summarize what the whole video is about. The whole video is, for the Bife video, is a repeat of a lot of other videos that he's done. Because believe it or not, this is not the first time that My Name is Bife has decided to lament and complain about Destiny. He's done it. He did it back when Lightfall came out and everybody realized that Lightfall was a shit show. He did it when the first round of layoffs happened.
The Fallout, not Fallout. The Lightfall one was very much justified.
Right, but like I need to go through this here. So he did it when Lightfall came out, and Lightfall was shit, and he like he had to lament that Destiny was kind of like falling behind, and he sounded like, I actually went back and listened, and he just really sounded very upset and sad, but he was also really just like, it sounded like he was trying to be like, oh guys, it really sucks now, but let's steel ourselves and try not to let ourselves get burnt out because this can be recoverable, is kind of like what I heard listening to this man. And then the first round of layoffs happened at Bungie, and he sounded even more sad and desolate. And he sounded even more just like, oh, I'm really upset with how this is going. Because like listening to Bife, you definitely get the impression that he's like coming to the realization that his game, the game that he's put so much time and effort into, is dying very, very, very slowly. And like I don't know if it was the first time he talked about the layoffs or the second time, but like he talked about how he was like, "Oh, I'm going to proactively do more. I'm going to do different videos now." And he kind of made it sound like I don't know if Destiny is something I can do long term because like I'm afraid of its viability. And he kind of made it sound like, "Oh, I'm going to do other videos. I'm going to play other videos. I'm going to do other things. I'm going to make other lore videos." And he did for like a couple of videos. A couple of his videos were like that, and then he kind of just stopped. He stopped doing it, period. And he just went back to mostly doing Destiny. Like
Yep.
I don't really feel like I see him doing anything
And
but Destiny videos.
I want to give some clarification to this as well. What's interesting is every time he does something that's not Destiny, he will pretty much start a video saying, "Oh, I don't know a whole lot about this because I haven't lived and breathed this game."
That sounds so pretentious in my personal opinion.
I mean, the lived and
You
breathed
don't need to
part
say
is
that.
not me. It's not him. But the fact of the matter is, like,
Yeah, but
he will spend hours upon hours upon hours every day just reading lore in Destiny. But he won't do it
right.
with, like, Monster Hunter or Warframe. And, like, he's had people in the comments of both those types of videos correcting him.
And that's probably why he refuses to make videos on these other games, because he strikes me as the kind of guy where if you poke at him a certain way, he will just give up completely and say, "Fuck it, I'm not going to touch this anymore." He kind of strikes, and I definitely got that impression listening to his video, because during the video, he alternates.
Yep.
And I really, really think he wanted to blame the wider Destiny community. This is the impression I got. He will never admit this. If I went on Twitter and asked him, "Bife, it really sounds like you were trying to get on the community for this." I mean, maybe he will, because in the video he kind of does admit it, but like he's really upset at the community, and he kind of feels like it kind of feels like he's pseudo blaming the Destiny community as a whole, and then also blaming the Destiny executives and just saying, "Oh, it's the Destiny community. The Destiny community sent too many death threats, and
Now,
it's the executives. They bought too many cars." And
admittedly,
before you speak, I know that there have been death threats, and I don't think that they are correct. But he makes it sound like the Destiny devs get nothing but death threats every single day, and I don't believe that.
No.
I have not seen any proof of it. I'm willing to believe that they probably have, but I want to see proof that they've actually been getting death threats day upon day upon day. And it's like, if you're doing that, if you're getting death threats every single day like that, there should be some police investigations going on. I know that they have in the past, because wasn't there a time that a fan kind of like was stopped being obsessive stalkering over them? You would know because you know more in the Destiny era and community.
So what's funny is I see Have a Film Unique say, "Well, looks like he won't do 40K lore then." 40K fans like myself will tell him when he's wrong. What's funny is he's actually done multiple lore videos about Destiny, comparing Destiny to the
That's not
grim,
good.
dark, specific style of Warhammer.
Oh, well, I mean, it depends.
And it's not
It really
entirely wrong.
depends.
Like, when you get into the nitty-gritty with the lore of Destiny, it actually kind of is like that. It's not exactly, but
Yeah. Any death threats wrong? I agree. I 100% agree. And here's the thing. I am not going to say that like these people should just shut up and take it, because no, game devs shouldn't. But my problem is he's trying to use the complaint of, "Oh, it's the again, he goes back and forth between blaming the community, blaming executives, and I understand that like there is a lot of sentiment from people to just say, "Oh, the game devs could have just been strapped for time. They weren't able to like put out what they want." But like my thought process is like, at what point do we just stop saying it's somebody else's fault and say, "Well, what did the programmers not do?" There's been some times where I've gotten into the story and it's just like, man, this story is a crock of shit. What the fuck were they doing here? Like you can say, oh, it's crunch. They didn't have enough time. They didn't have enough time. They just had to throw out whatever's out. There's like, oh, you can only use that excuse so many times before I'm just like, okay, this is a bad story though. I really don't like this. And this is mostly just with the seasonal stories. Cause like, well, mostly with the seasonal stories. And then of course you have Lightfall as well. But like, there are just times where I listen to the story beats and I listen to how you talk about shit. And I'm just like, man, this is so bad. I can't believe that they thought that, that was acceptable for the story.
Yep.
And so I definitely agree that like you can put some blame on the executives. Again, funny meme of the previous CEO buying all these Lamborghinis and talking about knowledge, and no, he's not fucking what's his name in his garage. But like there comes a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done just saying it's one guy's fault. When do we start asking the accountability of the people that are actually programming the game, writing the game? When does that get to be put in here?
Yep.
Why can't we ask that? Is my kind of like question.
For those popping in, real quick, we will be talking about 40K.
Eventually.
But because there is a video attached to the topic, that will be later, because I know how we operate, and we will keep repeatedly pausing it.
Yeah.
So, if you're 40K, it will be happening, but it's going to be a little bit later.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, like, I listened to the whole video, and it kind of made me hate Bife a little bit. Because I'm just like, listen, man, this is the third time that you're complaining about a game. At what point? Because like during this video again, he's saying, guys, we need to come together as a community. We need to steel our resolve. Stop blaming the game devs. Let them do this and pray that they get it done. And I just feel like I'm listening to the ramblings of a guy that's hoping and praying he doesn't have to go get a real job.
Yep.
Or excuse me, get a job that's outside of being a content creator. Because like one of the craziest things that he admitted on stream, and this is never something you should ever admit, but he's just like, yeah, I left college and I haven't done a real job. All I've had is Destiny. And I'm just like, bro, what are you going to put on your job resume when you need to go to Barnes and Noble and tell them that you need a job? What's going to be your gap between you being in uni and you jumping into a job? Why would you admit? You should never, ever, ever admit that you've never held a job in the 13 years that you've done. That's so bad in my personal opinion. Oh, I never would like willingly say that on the internet.
Sorry, I just had a minor heart attack because I just saw OBS said to Twitch and YouTube were offline, and I'm like, oh god, did my stream just shit the bed?
Don't pay attention to that.
But it's fine.
Don't pay attention to that. So he needs to tell me he got hit by a car and was in a coma. Sure, something like that. Yeah, like the entire video just screams to me, guys, please stop killing this game. I need this game to live. And it's just like, listen, I get it. You know, I also like enjoy making content on the internet, but like that's not going to keep me from having a real job. You know, I deeply appreciate the support from my fans, and when they provide some support to me, it's very much appreciated. All right, I'm not going to be DSP and say that you need to throw money at me constantly, but if you do, I'm definitely appreciative of it. But I'm not going to like just try to be coy and say, guys, we need to steal together. We need to come together as a group of people and stop the game from dying. And because it's just like Destiny's dying. All right, not the dude. He'll die one day eventually from maybe old age, but like Destiny, the game is dying. All right, it's dying, and you need to come to that as your senses, and you need to be okay with that. And you need to move on and recognize that maybe you should switch up your content like everybody does. Like if I need to switch up my content, I will. And the fact that he's just like sitting there complaining instead of actually going and doing shows me that he doesn't know when it actually does happen. Because like, make no mistake, Destiny's dying probably in like 1 or 2 expansions. If it survives past this expansion,
I'm telling you right now I don't expect to see more past Renegades.
No,
If
I
we-
don't. I
If we do, I think it's going to be Sony giving Destiny to another company.
potentially, or just shutting down the IP in general. But
No,
like,
I don't see Sony doing that.
you don't think so?
No.
I think that's what
I
will
think
happen.
what Sony's going to do is they're going to remove Bungie from the equation.
That's possible. Games
Because-
have life cycles. They do.
Well,
They do. Yes.
And I'm saying this as well when you consider this. The reason that Sony bought Bungie to begin with was Destiny.
Was Destiny, and because they wanted them to make a game.
Exactly, and that was
Make
that
them
ended up
a
being
game that will probably never come out, and we will never see, and will probably get scrapped, and all the people that worked on that game will lose their jobs.
Yeah. So because we're shitting on Bungie right now, I want to watch an 8-minute video if you're open to this.
What is in the 8-minute video?
It is a compilation from a live stream by a Destiny creator who has been very openly honest about his opinions about Destiny.
Okay.
And it kind of falls in line with what we're talking about right now. And it came out after last Dogwave, so it's still very relevant.
Okay. You said it's 8 minutes long?
It is 8 minutes long. It is from Sweatsicle.
Aqua told us to wait. Did I say to? Oh gosh, don't come. Chat, do
Yeah, I
not
know.
redeem.
You basically said, we have to come. And
Oh.
like, yeah. So
I see.
kind of what he's going to talk about here, I want to get some context to this, is his interactions with Bungie. He's been playing Destiny since pretty early on. He's made Destiny his career.
A lot of these people have, and I don't think a
Yes.
lot of these people are ready for the fact that if Destiny does like die or like have a massive downturn, they're gonna be out of a job.
Absolutely. So
I'm gonna come. Oh no.
So it is 8 minutes. It is stream highlights where he's talking with his chat about Destiny. So if he has like a quiet moment, it's because it's live. It's not a scripted video.
Right.
So
Hold on a moment.
just let me know when you're ready. In fact, let me move this to another screen so I can do like.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Yes. Do not.
Yeah, do
come.
not. No. There.
Respect for not glazing. Here's the thing, man. Like, money's cool and all. I've said this before. If I became a full glazer, I'd probably make twice as much as I do now.
Is that?
Is he talk? I'm assuming he's talking. That's a great pause frame. But I'm assuming he's talking about Destiny in a more positive light.
Well, no. So what he's talking about is like any sponsorships. Or like if he openly
Is sponsorship glazing?
Well, no, it depends. Like if after the sponsorship, or if he played him like Destiny. Like if he basically was just sucking off Bungie repeatedly and, basically
That
whoring
sounds
himself
disgusting,
out.
considering how many trans people work at them.
I
That's
know.
kind of disgusting. Yep.
But that's the idea. Is like if he whored himself out to Bungie or any other company, the amount of money he would make is much, much, much more.
I'm gonna be honest. That face shows me that maybe he does want to whore himself out, and you're just rude for not allowing him to do so.
Why should turn on Mega Bonk for a little bit?
I can't bring myself to do that. It's different if something is like a hashtag ad, but like doing it just for the sake of money, no thanks, man. Because when we look back in 10 years, if I'm not creating content anymore, I want people to be like, oh, I respect that he was able to tell the truth and be honest. Even if my channel dies, or if Destiny dies, or both, I'd rather be remembered as someone who told the truth and tried to help make things better than someone who just full glazed and just did it for the money. I think at a certain point I wanted to be on Bungie's good side, but I gave up. Like I've tried. I've tried to be positive.
Why?
But like I don't know. I just don't want to lie.
What
about
made
the
him
game.
give up?
I just don't.
He goes into it, but he basically went into a summit. So for those who don't know like what a summit is in this case, is Bungie invited him out, and this is why I think during COVID, so it wasn't like to their headquarters, but on a Zoom meeting or something like that. And basically, Bungie just invites, and this is the case for a lot of different studios, where they'll invite people within their community to these things to discuss the state of the game and what does the community think about this. But
Right. Fair enough.
This was shot in front of a live studio audience at twitch.tv/Swetsicle.
Bungie is rapidly losing their loyalty, and there is so much opportunity for other games to come through and scoop that, because the Destiny community is very loyal. So once Destiny became free to play, the community started getting really weird.
It's like glitching for me.
no, I told you it's a live thing, so when he stops talking, it's because he's live.
Why am I Temp? I can barely hear you.
Oh.
I'm not glitching. I'm not delaying. Are you okay?
I'm not dropping any frames.
Neither am I.
The video's fine.
Yeah, but I can't hear you. Can you
No, everything's running fine.
speak?
Woof.
Okay, it might be better now. I'm glad that you did that, by the way.
You're welcome.
Time to turn your router off and back on again, Temp? Yes.
I'm not dropping any frames. Yeah, we're fine over here. It's on Akko's end, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah, like both of them went robo.
Yeah.
All right, try again.
Weird. No, it was definitely weird before that. It might have gotten worse, but I don't know. Actually, 18 rewinds. Data moved to LA from LA to Seattle for one reason, a special contract within Bungie, and now the house is imploding on creators, and yes, it's bad. But you sweat, you're very young. Maybe a good new game will catch you.
I can't turn them up anymore.
I don't want to put my faith in one game anymore.
This man sounds like he got
enough of the
fucking
Stockholm
raped
syndrome,
in a
bro,
divorce.
honestly. It's like I've been loyal, I've been there, I've tried.
Yep.
This man sounds like he fucking got raked over the coals in a divorce proceeding. That's how fucking downtrodden he sounds. Just like, man, she took the house, she took the cat, she took the dog.
I mean, to
took
be
everything.
fair, I don't blame him when this has been his major content for a long time, and especially when you hear about what he talks about later, I don't blame him at all.
So if you so you have watched this?
I have
video?
watched this, yes.
Okay.
So, and that's why I know, like, this is good to watch, especially with what you were talking about with Life.
Mm-hmm.
My hardest, and that's all I can do.
Sounds so browbeaten. Kind of depressing.
Over the years, like I've just learned that the multi-billion-dollar corpo just does not give a shit about me or any of the people within it. They're there to make a profit, and they do not give a shit. So multi-dollar, yeah, I mean that's basically what it is at this point.
Switch to Helldivers. I don't think that Helldivers would do the same for him.
Been in the community since D2 start. Has Bungie interacted with you much? I have been to one community summit, and that was when Hippie still worked at the company. I don't know. I might need to look at my NDA again, but all I can say is, like, well, I said this in my video. Basically, I felt completely disregarded the entire time I was there. The stuff that they showed us, it was just basically, it felt like a shut up and listen. Even though they asked for our opinions, we would say stuff, and then they just go, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what the crazy part about that one was, too? Is literally as soon as we joined the meeting, somebody had made a joke about us not breaking NDA because of their legal team being like sue happy because of the whole situation that happened with EK.
I'm sorry. Pause. What did he just say?
I'm gonna
He just said
rewind
that
that.
they
I'm gonna
threat-
rewind that
they-
for you. Yeah.
He threatened to sue because their legal team is sue happy.
No. So
really?
Here.
Somebody had made a joke about us not breaking NDA because of their legal team being like sue happy because of the whole situation that happened with EK.
Remind chat what he's talking about.
So, oh god, the EK stuff has been so long. I kind of forget. Hold on. Bungie banned Destiny 2 streamer Ekigan from future events and terminate collaboration after accusing him of leaking confidential information from a Destiny or from a Bungie community summit. Which I believe was proven to be false, but they did not reverse his ban.
Really? Why didn't they reverse his ban?
Because they said, "Oh well, we've already gone through with it, so it sticks."
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's retarded.
The amount of people that they've actually lost because their community team is actually too ban happy on the non-cheaters.
Because he was not a cheater. That's interesting.
So
They never
yeah,
that is insane that they never
and
retracted
the person
his
he's
ban.
talking about here, not EK, but the person that said this, is an employee at Bungie.
Uh-huh.
Which makes it worse.
And I was like, are you fucking serious right now? This is what I joined into? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of brushed
Here's my
off because I
question.
didn't...
When was this video done?
4 days ago.
Okay, when did that happen?
The summit, I think that was during Final Shape.
Okay, why didn't he jump off then? Why didn't he like run away then? That's a perfect time to run away, threaten you with a lawsuit.
Because
I don't feel like there's a good excuse that you could make.
there
for just
really
saying,
isn't a good
"Oh."
excuse.
No, because there really isn't. There is no good excuse for you saying, yeah, they threatened to sue me, but still decided to continue playing their game and supporting them anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just a cuck then.
I mean, he's been
being
very
hurt by them.
anti-Bungie for a little while now, but he's still been playing the game. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
It's not enough. It's not enough then.
It's not enough. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate because his primary content is still Destiny. That's the problem.
Yeah, but like,
he's not.
Why wouldn't
he hasn't branched himself out enough, and he does talk about branching out in this video.
Why? I just don't feel it. I don't. Like
As
it.
a former
don't
Destiny
like it.
player, I've been there.
Yeah, but you weren't.
I
told you were gonna get sued. For
no,
not,
this
for,
is very
for being
true.
upset with them.
This is incredibly true. But I do understand how all these creators feel when it comes to.
That is.
I just want to keep playing the game. And he already bought the game. Exactly. He's already bought it. Make the content off it. Make your money off of it. Exactly.
I didn't want to make a big deal of it because it's like, when that's the first thing you hear when you join a call, it's like, I really don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, I would have just left.
But happy to say that that person is not at the company anymore and might or might not have lied about getting offered $76 million to keep their mouth shut. So, fucking clown.
That's insane.
Or whatever it is,
Do you know who he's talking about?
No, I don't know who he's talking about. Bungie has done so many layoffs that, like, you'll lose track at some point.
Uh-huh.
They state to not lose their content community. They are content. Exactly. And this is the part of the problem that Bungie, and specifically Destiny, has been in for several years, is there has not been a single game to compete with Destiny. Unlike the actual MMO scene, we have MMOs that are willingly open to like fighting each other to the death. The biggest one is World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14. But nothing has been able to accomplish what Bungie has done with Destiny. Like, Warframe is great. First Ascendant has moments. But nothing has been able to do what Destiny has done.
Right.
And as someone that just enjoys playing the game, and I know Akko's gonna get kind of pissy from saying this, if it wasn't for the fact of how awful Bungie and Destiny is right now, I'd probably still keep playing the game because it's still a fun game to play. It's just the devs don't care.
Yeah. Warframe needs to step it up. I'd say the Warframe's doing pretty good.
Warframe's doing
great,
but
they recently decided to redo one of their frames, and the redo looks pretty decent. So I'd say they're doing pretty good right now. They're releasing a Warframe that looks like a mushroom and making a bunch of getting high jokes.
Destiny gameplay is still top tier. Exactly, it is top tier, and I'm not gonna say all of Bungie's bad because their raid and dungeon team has, oh my god.
Yeah, the raid and dungeon team is fine, but like,
I mean, that's what's keeping the game afloat is the raids and dungeons.
And even then, it's suffering.
Yeah.
What about Anthem? Isn't Anthem like dead?
Anthem's dead. I mean, the game is still online, I think, but the game is I think they actually were turning the servers off soon. I think. Ironically, we were talking about it, like how it had so much potential, and then like 2 days later, they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're closing the servers." It's like, oh, and this was actually pretty recently. Because at one point, with Anthem, because they released it, and then there were rumors that BioWare was wanting to kind of pull a No Man's Sky or Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn with it. Or I guess a more accurate example is Destiny 1 to Destiny 1: The Taken King.
And it just didn't happen.
Well, no. So the rumors were there that they wanted to do that because a lot of what happened with Anthem is BioWare wanted to use their own engine, which was like the one that ran Mass Effect and Dragon Age before Veilguard. This was before Veilguard. And they wanted to use that, and EA was like, no, you have to use our engine. And that caused some development problems.
Right.
Who's doing their overall rework? It's still Pablo.
Work?
It's still Pablo.
Pablo never left.
Yeah, he's still there.
He has no reason to leave, honestly.
But the Frostbite engine. So, and again, that's a rumor. It's not substantiated. It's not confirmed. But I do believe that. I think Anthem had potential. It's just...
It got fucked over.
It got fucked over by EA.
Right.
About that, because that person is the most attention-seeking person I've ever seen. I really just try to stay in my corner and keep my mouth shut, but it's like at a certain point, it's like, dude, Jesus Christ, shut up. Anyways, what was the other thing I was going to say? So yeah, besides that one community summit, the only time I've ever interacted with Bungie is when, is really whenever they ask me to do, I've had a few sponsored things to promote their game, or they ask me to use my clips in their trailers for raids. That's basically it.
Damn, that's not really nice.
I've had a few conversations with like,
and I want to give context to Sweat. His team, Clan Redeem, is one of 3 teams that got world's first. They actually were the world's first team for Last Wish.
Yeah.
And there were only 3 teams that got that. The 24-hour emblem for that. So Clan Redeem and very specifically Sweat and Glad are 2 very highly revered people within the Destiny community.
Within the community.
Because of their stature. Yeah.
Right.
Because Last Wish was definitely a oh my god, that was a thing.
I mean, the legit way is a thing, yeah.
Yeah, they did it the legit way. Because at that point, they didn't have a not legit way. They found out.
Right. Right.
Short but brief conversations with DMG and Cosmo, but that's it. Over how many years? Again, not that I expect to like be a part of anything or whatever. If they don't want me there, that's fine. I don't really care. But the raid trailers wasn't even Bungie. That's just not true because I've had people from Bungie reach out to me to ask permission. Sometimes they use a third party, sometimes they don't. But that's no, like you're 100% right. They will not. They do not want you to be a part unless you're a glazer.
And he's not a glazer?
It is a complete and utter like echo chamber is the best way to put it. I remember a third party had to hit me up because they couldn't get a hold of you. Yeah, I don't remember which one that was, but it's both. I don't know, man. I just want to be on our own track. I don't want to rely on any company to feel accepted and whatever else. I gave up on that a while ago.
And to kind of give, I see 10M Love, Man Has Brain was rejected. I don't know how many creators do this, but he has openly admitted to doing crypto, which I have no problem with.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
What kind of crypto?
I don't know what kind of crypto, but it's living off of it.
Oh, well.
Like he was actually
smart.
doing it as part of his income.
Well, he's smart then if he is able to live off of it.
So, and to kind of give maybe context to the kind of person he is, when he started streaming, he was in South Dakota, and at this point, he's in Texas because he bought a streamer house with a couple of friends.
Oh gosh. I see a bunch of anime in the background, by the way. Hold on.
That's Gamer Subs.
That's Rent. Is that Gamer Subs?
That's
Oh,
Gamer
okay,
Subs. He's sponsored by Gamer Subs, and they sent him that fridge.
Is he also in Mythic?
I believe he is, yes.
They're all in Mythic. Oh, that's funny. Imagine he drops so far below his CCV targets. And Mythic is just like,
no, I think he's okay. He's gonna be okay because and he talks about it later, where he did his Tears of the Kingdom 100% playthrough on stream, and he uploaded like a massive highlight video from like that whole thing. And he did the same thing with Silksong, and he's really been enjoying doing that because he streams it and then he throws the whole thing on an editor, and then the editor just publishes it to YouTube.
Right.
So it's like if he
Lucky
can make
streamer
content
house?
out of that,
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like when he loses all of the deaths. I highly doubt.
and
he'll
well,
lose
he's
the
even
deaths
he does say it later. Like he wants to go variety. He doesn't want to stop playing Destiny because he still enjoys the game, but it's not like he's gonna come back for like big updates.
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely gonna focus more on the variety side, which is good.
Interesting.
And I don't blame people for doing that.
I don't blame anybody for doing that either.
Because like if it's
especially
part of your
because, you know-
content and you still enjoy playing it, cool.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I would just say that he's got whenever somebody wants to switch up their content, and I'm always intently watching people that whenever they switch up their
Mhm.
content, I'm always interested to see just like if they do it good or not. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of content creators that can't do a switch up and make it good,
Mhm.
and they end up suffering quite a lot because of it. And
yeah.
it doesn't always. And the thing is, like, people think it's like an instant thing. It's not an instant thing. It's always a slow, gradual change from you were doing one type of content and you were doing good till you were doing another kind of content and it's somewhat doing okay because you've got a core audience that will stick with you.
Yep.
But like otherwise, I see you floundering, and I hope you know what you're jumping into. Is basically.
Yep.
Like you really have to be careful with how you do it. Like a
Mhm.
lot of people can do it successfully, You know, I mean, like I pivoted to drama because it's what I wanted to do pretty much for the longest time. And I feel like my passion in it is partially why I do as well as I do. But if I decided to jump from doing drama to just gaming, I feel like I'd have a hard time because I've seen people that do that, that just jump between different categories, and a lot of them struggle if they're not careful. So, you know, there's a reason why I do
Yep.
what I do.
No, absolutely. And like, if I really wanted to kind of like spike my viewer base, and I say I don't love my viewers, I do. I could double down on making drama content, even if it's like just Dogwave like videos, but as videos.
You should do it.
I could.
You would definitely grow.
But part of me doesn't enjoy that because with too much shit like that, I just get depressed. Like, you've
That's
seen me
fair.
when I talk too much about that stuff. My attitude shifts and I just become spiteful.
Yeah. Speaking of, and I don't know if you had it on. You see the Cabrutus changed like their
Yes, that's in
their
the document.
criteria for.
We will be talking
Okay.
about that because
Perfect.
I've had
I
my
know that
complaints
was
with
like
him.
something that's passionate. I know that's something you were passionate about, so
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. In fact, we'll do that right after this. We have a minute left in the video.
Okay.
We'll build our own thing, and we do not need multi-billion-dollar approval.
Is he gonna make his own game?
I'd really love to see the multiverse of you if streaming didn't work out.
Man, he really has to think about that because he's like, oh gosh,
Would
I
you
hope
like
that
to
doesn't ever
supersize
happen.
that, sir? That's
There's a little bit
exactly
of
what it would
upsetness
be,
in
bro.
his voice from there.
Again, like, I know me and Malice went through this. It's like, because we both love Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started falling out with it, like, I know we both felt that way. I understand why he feels this way. Because
Well, yeah, and I get it.
the
Like, when you lose something that you love, it's
the
really
company
sad.
that he loves basically just told him to keep his mouth shut and keep the dick in his mouth.
And he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Which is very fair in my personal opinion.
There have been times I've actually not I've gotten irritated with Sweat, but I think definitely with the fall of Destiny, I've started gaining a lot more respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, because I thought about that a lot. Dude, guys. I would be completely fucked if I was not a content creator. I don't know what I'd do.
No!
I don't know what I'd do.
Why would you admit that? No!
I'd probably be like scamming old grandmas over the phone for their retirement accounts, bro. YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the live channel for more.
Okay. It might have
I can't believe he admitted that.
It actually was a different video where he admitted the Silk Song thing, but the point stands. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Is like
claiming that he's got no transferable skills.
Well, here's something he mentioned in the video. He dropped out of college to focus full time on streaming. He doubled down on full time streaming when it wasn't good for him, and he came out on the other side okay. That's the problem though, is he doesn't have. I mean, he probably does have the skill. It just doesn't think he does.
Never quit your day job. Never, ever, ever quit your day job. Oh, that was so bad to hear him say.
Yeah.
Him claiming that he would like. I'm pretty sure he's joking, but it's just like, oh. No, why would you say that? It's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Here, I will pull up the Cabrutus thing since we just mentioned it. But that was the video, and besides that last bit where he's like, oh, you know, I don't know what I'd do. I agree with him.
Yeah. Also, chat, if you want energy, if you want the energy to get through this, you can use code MommaOcco10 at Advanced GG.
Drop the college for Destiny 2. At that time, Destiny was in a really good spot.
drink your way to a better life, and don't be like Sweat jumping headfirst into a job that you definitely should not take. So, advanced GG code MommaOcco today. Anyway,
So
my end off for this whole thing is I'm seeing a lot of Destiny content creators that are upset that their game is dying
mhm.
and they don't know what to do with themselves.
No, yeah.
And it's just like I can only feel so bad. I can only feel so bad because you should have known that eventually this was going to happen. That's why you need to pivot when it's appropriate, and
Mhm.
none of them are doing that. Well, some of them are doing that. And I don't know, for the most part, I just I don't know how much sympathy I can feel for some of these guys.
No, I completely agree.
I don't. Adapt or perish, I agree, and none of them seem to be adapting. All I can say to the Destiny players is Helldivers to the Hellpods. Damn, that's brutal, but also kind of funny.
Ironically, Destiny wasn't
Anyway.
even the topic pile today, but here we are. It happened.
Indeed. Indeed.
So I guess I'll mention Cabrutus, and then I'm gonna use the restroom. In fact, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
Oh, you're just gonna go to the restroom right now? I think you just went to the restroom right now, chat. Okay. Anyway. Drinking your way to a better life is this as an AA meeting? Yes. Yes, definitely do so. Also, you should follow me on Kick. I was a huge Destiny fan. I got Helldivers the day they announced the Halo collab. Yeah. Temp gone. Oh, chat, you can't tell Temp to piss himself. That's a bad idea. Anyway. Chat, how you doing tonight? You doing good? Tonight is chill night, my personal opinion. My personal opinion. I'm off to get noms. All right, you have a good night then. By the way, chat, we still got to name this guy right here. We got to name this guy. I was accepting name submissions, but I think whoever sends me like a super chat with a funny name, I think that's what we're gonna name him.
My apologies, I'm back.
Welcome back. I made a warm yippee. Oh boy, you should share that. Oh, you put the yippee in a yippee in a scarf. Nice.
Temp is in the piss prison. Excuse me.
With them all. Yoinky
I'm
spoinky.
recording. Why am I recording?
I don't know. Why are you recording?
I might have hit a button on my keyboard because I have my recording button hotkey to my keyboard.
Maybe that's why your stream was struggling.
No. Also, my stream never struggled. That was you.
No, it was not me. I didn't drop any.
I didn't drop any frames.
I have not ever dropped frames.
And I'm running at 5,000 kbps, and I still have yet to drop any streams. So
I'm still gonna blame you. I think chat will agree with me. It was your fault.
it was working on my side. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know, chat. Was it his fault or my fault? Was it yellow? Chat, why would you ask that? Name him based off the super chat? Yes.
Temp went to Marcus territory.
I mean, that sounds.
I'm polling a DSP right now. Excuse me.
Thank you for the 5.
It was Discord's fault. That's the. You know what, Magma? I'm with you on that one. It was all Discord's fault.
Very much appreciated. Chat, right now, one of the yippies wants to get a 3D yippie printer so she can print her own yippies. I do want to get a 3D printer after I move.
Mm-hmm.
Although Prime Week is coming up soon.
Prime Week is coming up.
Like in 2 days. You can get up to 40% off, I heard, from one of my old driver buddies.
Oh.
I do want a 3D printer because like maybe I could start 3D printing yippies and sending them to people. I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Would people buy 3D printed yippies that I make and sand down? Would you buy something like that? I'd sell them to you. It's personal yippies? Yes. Yes, fund the yippie army, all right?
The Yip Imperium.
Fund the yippie-year-old. It's like the 5-year-old army. Fund the yippie-year-old army. Nothing but yippies. They're like $10 a pocket yippie. Yeah, just like $10 a yippie, something like that. I don't know. Be like a couple centimeters in length.
I guess I should do this. I have to actually copy and paste from my Stream Deck software because it's still broken.
Is it really?
But chat, if you enjoy the content I produce, I would greatly appreciate it. It's been an hour.
I just think it's funny that it's still broken.
If you enjoy the content I produce, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe, hit the bell, join the Discord for more to know when I go live and to be able to talk with me. And we have rare dogs there. And we're on our way to 700 subs now. We hit 600.
Woo. Woo. 600 subs is nice.
Yeah. So, I greatly appreciate the support.
What are you doing for 600 now?
Crow Country. We start that on Friday.
Okay. Sounds fun.
So, I wanted to talk about Cabrutus. I know I have made my point.
Oh, geez. Thank you for the 10. I'm going to be honest. I am not too familiar with Trench Crusade.
Trench Crusade is a topic.
Is it really?
Oh God, I know we talked about it on the Dogwave.
We'll wait then. We'll wait then until we get to it.
Well, it's not like a topic in the docket because we've talked about them before.
Oh.
But
okay.
Basically, the short version is Trench Crusade was trying to do like, what if World War I met the Crusade and met demons? And they were doing really well and had a potential. They were never going to beat Warhammer, but they were starting to grow at a considerable rate that could have really had competition for Warhammer. Kind of like it almost felt like the Pathfinder to Warhammer's D&D, if that made sense. Which on paper sounds great, but then they doubled down on woke, abandoned Twitter, and doubled down on Blue Sky.
Didn't they like have a shit fit and
yes,
everybody like all of their their staff got really pissy and people just people were turned off immediately because of it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. So I'm not surprised that they are how are they doing now?
Oh, they're doing awful.
That's what I figured.
We have some people doubling down with them. I know Arch probably talked about them today on his stream. Eons of Battle is one I know is doing collaborations with the Trench Crusade a lot lately. I still watch him because
they've sent weird resin models. See, I'm not really big in the 3D scene. I don't know how bad that is just yet. Is that bad?
They also did tell Arch to go fuck off. Yes. But to be fair, Games Workshop has also told Arch.
Damn.
To go fuck off.
A man's just getting blasted left and right. He's got a new detractor video, and he's got these big companies telling him to fuck off. That's crazy.
Yeah. Arch has a series of videos on this. Yeah. That's what I recommend, chat. If you want to know more about Trench Crusade, I would go follow Arch. Because...
What is up with it? He's like one of the most persecuted guys on the internet in terms of
because
the Warhammer area.
He is willing to call out the bullshit. Whereas a lot of people in Warhammer are willing to just... take GW to the base.
All the way to the base, you say?
Yeah.
All the way. They're just going all the way.
They're going all the way.
Oh man, are they making noises while they do it?
Yep.
You know, Chad, I didn't expect him to play along with me, but you know what? I'm kind of impressed.
Anyway, we'll get into Warhammer a little later because it's a longer topic. But
we'll get to it soon after this because I think people are here for that.
Yeah, agreed. So this came out yesterday? Today. Sorry, this happened today. So Cabrutus came out saying, "Sup guys, just a quick heads up. I'm switching the DEI level 1 games review on the Sweet Baby Inc. Detective Steam curator page from not recommended to informational. Why? Well, after seeing how many people reacted when Digimon Time Stranger showed up on the list, it became obvious that the messaging wasn't clear enough. Level 1 games aren't necessarily DEI focused. They usually just include a minor DEI element, often due to external requirements, rather than intentional design choices. This is especially common in the case of Japanese games. The not recommended label gave the wrong impression with informational. I hope gamers will understand that I'm simply flagging a small DEI touchpoint, not judging the game's overall direction." And then he basically shows out his own stuff, like DEI detected and go to there and on Twitter, whatever. I know he updated it today. He added a new game to the level 1 tier, and that was Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because Elden Ring also
Wait, why was
doesn't...
Elden Ring on the list?
Because it does not do typical male and female.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I get people being mad about. I understand. But I'm also at a point of like... Anyway. Oh no, anyway.
I talked about this with you a while ago.
Yeah.
But like my major problem is we're getting to the point where if everything, the syndrome meme where everything is super, nothing is super. It's like literally that with video games where there is good intentions behind saying, "Oh, be aware this game looks
Yep.
like it might have Sweet Baby Ink in it."
Mm-hmm.
Like I do think that was like a good thing, and I'm glad that they made that. But it reaches a point, man. It reaches a point where I'm just like, okay, bro, not everything is woke. It's like literally how it's literally just the whole everything is racist, everything is homophobic, everything is, and you have to call it out, basically.
Yep.
It's gotten to that point with me, and it's just like there was a point where I was okay with like calling out bad actors and getting rid of Sweet Baby, but now I'm just like, guys, you're making me you're making me upset like the woke people did. It's like I don't even I get upset because like right-leaning people ruin the word woke almost.
They do.
For me. And it's just like I use woke for things that it actually feels like it's there to spread an ideology, it's there to like harm people's way of thinking, it's there to actually like hurt people's minds. But like the way that I see some people doing it now is people are just trying to subvert it any way they can, and it's starting to make me like wonder, and I'm not going to accuse Cabrutus of this because I couldn't tell you whether or not I thought this was actually the case, but like it starts to make me think, okay, is this person here actually trying to be informational, or are they grifting to try and like get more attention off of it? That's like where it's at for me, and I don't want. I'm kind of sad that it's gotten to that point because I do think that we do need to know about. I do feel like being informed about video games and who makes them and what kind of goes into them is important. And I think that a lot of people would agree that it's important to know what goes inside your video games.
Yeah.
Who works on your video games?
I mean, it's the same thing as like I want to know what goes into my food.
Well, yeah, I would say that it definitely fits along with that as well. But like, I'm just getting tired of it. Just like, listen, man, I don't care about the minor change in Final Fantasy, what was it, Tactics, because they decided to make the dancers multi-gender. Like listen,
and as
they
I've
do
heard
that in 14, so I don't care.
And what's funny is I'm hearing that the classes are still so different that there's a reason to still run both of them. So why the hell do you care?
Yeah, I just there's a point where in the beginning where it's pure and your goal is to actually like try and invoke change and help people feel like what they're buying is actually meaningful. There's a point where that changes, and I feel like I'm not going to say that that's Cabrutus because I feel like he's not really gotten all the way there yet. I mean, I don't really pay attention to him, so people could tell me I'm wrong, I guess. But like definitely with Grums, definitely with some of the other individuals that just report on stuff in the right-leaning sphere, it's just like, guys, Stop saying something is woke and actually like do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing there's a lot of people in the right-leaning sphere I don't like that do that. And there's also people in the right-leaning sphere that I do like because they're actually trying to invoke change. And I'm not talking change like Tim Pool, let's release one song and try and open up a coffee company or a coffee shop in a city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about actually like doing something with it. Like you know who Eric July is, right?
No.
I briefly mentioned him. He's the black guy that made a comic book, or one of the black guys.
I mean, the name sounds familiar, but that's about it.
He's made comic book. He makes superhero comic books, and even though I'm not like a big superhero guy anymore, he does pretty decently with his comics.
Okay.
And you know, that's what I want. Like, I don't just want people to complain, because just complaining is boring to me.
Exactly.
Like, I'm bored just listening to the complaining all the time. That's why like I inject the complaining with the, hey, let's go laugh at stupid people, like DSP. You know, that's why I do shit like that, because it's just like let's interject some of that doom posting that I see everybody do and actually like entertain people.
No, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, being a content creator is in all cases you're trying to be an entertainer. So I feel like there reaches a point where it's just like, listen, let's stop complaining and start entertaining. That rhymes. That rhymes. Holy shit. I should make that a slogan. Stop complaining and start entertaining. I'm stealing that chat from myself. Nobody else can say that but me. Discord got hacked? Did Discord actually get hacked again?
No, we're still talking about the leak.
Oh.
But I guess to add on to this, it's people like Pirate Nation that really irritate me. So you know Grounded 2, like we've been playing Grounded on Wednesday like every other week. And you know one of the characters in the game is black.
Right.
So Obsidian Entertainment, the developers behind Grounded, because they're working on Grounded 2 right now, they had one of their lead artists draw up a couple of the characters from Grounded 2 in the Final Fantasy Tactics style. And Obsidian basically said, it's time to rally our party and celebrate. Congratulations to Square Enix on the launch of Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evilist Chronicles. Okay, cool. And Square's like, thank you so much. We all hope you enjoy the game. But then Pirate Nation's out here is like, Final Fantasy's okay with this and encouraging them. It's like,
okay, what are they encouraging?
What are they encouraging?
I'm confused here. I'm confused. There is a female, like that is the female character from Grounded.
Yeah.
I play her every. Is that a different one or is it
no,
the same
it's the
one?
same. It's the same cast.
Okay, so is it? It's just her more grown up. I'm going to assume because she has a different hair color. What's the problem here? I'm confused.
Exactly. Thank you. It's people like Pirate Nation, Cabrutus, Grums. They just do this to get a rise out of people, and it's like, why do you care? It's another studio congratulating another studio on a game coming out. Oh no!
I don't know. I'm just confused here. It's just like, what's wrong with this? This is a completely harmless image here.
I think it's even cool. Even it's neat.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, this reminds me. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because it reminds me very specifically of what Sandfall did. Sorry. Because Sandfall did a thing for Silksong.
Yeah.
And they had the lead artist for Clair Obscur draw a couple of the main characters in Clair Obscur in, like, Hollow Knight attire. And this is so cool! It's the same thing as here! Who the fuck cares? Like...
Thank you for the 2, hey. Woke is when I see minority without my... Yeah, I think here's the problem. Here's the problem. And again... I try and, in a nice way, encourage people to stop looking around and finding problems, because I did that a lot as a young adult when I first was like heavily involved in politics, and my mom caught on really quickly and was like, you know, Akko, you're acting like a real asshole, just complaining all the time about shit, and I was very like confused what she meant. She's like, listen, I get that like. There's a lot of shit in politics that suck right now, but your very dour mood brings everybody else around you down.
Yeah.
Everybody around you is brought down by you just being dour all the time. She's like, instead of complaining about how bad things are, well, how about you try and find ways to change the world around you? And I'm like, at first I hated that my mom pointed out my flaws because, you know, I don't like it. We don't like it when mom brings out her flaws. But when I actually like spent 5 minutes, sat down and thought about it, I was like, you know what? Mom is right. We need to stop complaining all the time because complaining all the time isn't going to do anything for us. And so what I'm trying, and sometimes I feel like unsuccessfully, but what I'm trying to do is switch from, I want to switch from just talking, being dour all the time and just laughing at shit. You know, that's why I talk about drama really in the first place is, politics are gay, boring, and depressing.
Yep.
Okay, and there's a lot of people that already talk about politics. I don't know how Kirsch does it every single day. I'm gonna be real with you. She somehow gets through it and is fine. Thank you for the 5. Temp, put the link in chat. Everybody wants the link.
I'm doing it. Okay, there we go. There you go, chat.
There you go, chat. Oh gosh. Thank you, Dibbers, for the 5 too. Give it a second. No, I agree. I kind of lost my point there, and I'm kind of sad about that. But like my whole thing is just, and I kind of like what Craig is doing because I talked about this a little bit with Craig, Stuttering Craig from Side Scrollers. And I do meme on Tim Pool, but Tim Pool had the right idea for it. We can't just be the complainers all the time. All right. And thankfully, there's a lot of people out there. I think Yellow Flash is one of the more recent examples that I really like. But we can't just be out here saying that everything sucks, everything is gay and retarded, and we just have to lie down and die, basically. Because that's what it feels like a lot of these people say when they just come out and report negatively all day. As part of the reason why, like, I have considered doing videos like that, you know, like the ones that Arch does, like on the daily basis. Like I can't do videos like that because I feel like I just won't be happy if I do
like
the whole time. You know, there are people that can do it, and I won't listen. If Arch does it, I'm fine with it. You know, he probably does a very decent job at it, and if people like listening to it, great. I can't do that all the time. Like, I thought about it, and in the early times of my channel, I did try it. I just don't feel like it makes me happy to constantly point out things that I hate, I guess.
No, absolutely. And like at some point, especially when it comes to games,
oh gosh, that's a lot of
like at some point you just need to be like, I'm sorry, I want to play what I want to play, and fuck you.
Well, you don't even have to say that. You can just be like, listen, I don't care if you think this is woke. It's unwoke enough that I don't care.
Like
people tell me all the time, they're just like, oh, Warframe is woke. And it's just like, really, they're not. Like, yeah, they've got some woke elements to it. They'll celebrate Pride every single year, and that might be annoying. And they might get on screen and talk about things, and maybe one of their Warframes might be non-binary. I don't care because it's not in my face. There's a difference between Netflix TV shows where kids are learning about trans and non-binary shit and trying to encourage people.
Cats.
Yeah, that there's a difference between that. Oh, hold on a moment. Thank you for the 5. Take Ren Fair accent.
I mean, fair.
Ren Fair. I don't know what you mean by
well,
Ren
probably
Fair
like
accent.
British accent.
Oh. I don't know if that's a dig at a certain person, but regardless, like there's just a point where I'm like, listen, I agree that there is stuff that we need to call out. There's stuff that needs to be pointed at and mocked, and I agree with that. And when I feel like it's appropriate, we'll do it.
Yep.
But we also need to remember that normal human, and this is my complaint towards people on the left. Because I told people on the left, the reason why you're losing the culture war is normal people don't care about the shit that you're spewing and trying to throw out in the masses all day. People on the normal people have normal lives, okay? And I'm not just talking about me. I'm thinking, when I think of normal people, I am thinking like my parents who have not just me, because I'm the oldest. They still have children in the house, all right? Young children in the house. they're not they think about in terms of what is best for the kids and what is best for the and their likes and wants come second and third. You know, I think I and this was like a real wake up call because again, like, you know, sometimes I get a little black pilled and I talk to my family and my mom's like, you know, you need to fucking mellow out because like we don't care. And I really had to like step back and say to myself, well, does the normal human being that isn't political, that isn't like trying to be part of this culture war, like do they care? And you have to figure if you push them to care, that's the worst thing in the world.
Mhm.
Because like that's why the left failed, or why woke shit is starting to fail. I hate using the left because I don't think it's just mostly. I think, well, it is people on the left, but it's also just in general people with more progressive ideologies. But it's just like they failed because the normal layman was like, stop fucking with my shit, and they walked away. And individuals that were more progressive was like, fuck, we lost. And now people on the right are complaining a lot, and some of them I'm just like, listen, calm down, because you're gonna push away the normal guy there as well, and they're gonna go right back to the other side. And that's not what I want. I want them to be stuck in the middle, not voting for the side that's gonna destroy it. So don't fuck it up yourself is kind of what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
And instead of trying to just always say that everything sucks and everything's broken and everything is deserving of destruction, make content that like the normal man will want to imbibe in. That's why I like people like Yellow Flash, because he made his own comic book, and I personally wish I got a copy of it. I forgot about it and I feel really bad about it, so I didn't get a copy, but I kind of wish I did. But like there are people that have been making these videos that are like, you know what? I'm not just going to complain about it. I'm going to do something about it. And I like that. And I wish more people would do that.
Mhm.
Wish more people would make comics, make their own shows, do their own things. That's what I want to do. I mean, like, I don't think I'll ever make my own TV show one day, but like, I make this content because I don't just want to be a dour individual. I want to be somebody that enlifts. Like, if somebody tunes into my stream, when they see that I'm talking about something funny and they come in, they're excited about it and they want to engage and they want to throw money at the streams to engage and all that kind of shit, you know, that's what I want to build for people. Feel like they can be comfortable, they can be normal, that they can be themselves, if that makes sense. Thank you for the 10.
Sadly, you're reading, so.
Yeah, just give it 2 seconds. No, I agree. Like, and obviously I'm not going to expect that you know, we're going to change. I don't expect to quote unquote change the minds, because that sounds really dumb when I that sounds dumb to say, but like, I'm not trying to change minds or infect massive major change.
Mhm.
But like, I want people to actually like stop just being the dour guy all day and create their own art, if that makes sense. The Almighty Lolly is making a comic. He is. I should honestly ask him if I'm able to like get a copy of it, because I've heard that he is, and that's really cool. That's awesome. Again, I wish more people would do that. I heard that Arch is making a game himself, so hey, that's awesome, fantastic. I mean, like, if he ever wants somebody to like play test it or shit like that, I'll do it. But like, do stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sadly, it's easier to
rant
tweet.
over.
The rant would make an amazing little video. It would. You should turn it into one.
Huh?
That rant would make an amazing video.
I
Zugswain
agree.
is right.
Maybe I will. I'll tell Winter. Winter might be busy.
Extremists like Kabrutus and Grums are too black-pilled. They can't read the room and only live to create stuff around their political fixation. Same for the wokies. Yep. No, absolutely.
I
Okay.
asked Winter to do that.
All right. So I know a lot of you are for Warhammer. We're getting to Warhammer. So I can't open the post because Grums deleted it. But he was the one that informed a lot of people, and I know Aku put it in the docket. Every Warhammer 40K model was inadvertently leaked and available for download for 2 hours. Yes, the miniature 3D files. 200,000 downloaded before they shut it off.
Okay. So obviously we're gonna watch the video on this. I think the video's like 20 or so minutes long. Do you know in any way, shape, or form how this happened?
No.
Here is a
No, you just don't. No. Hold on a moment. That's a woman, right?
I don't know.
Okay. We're not gonna judge. We're just gonna go.
It's like, I don't know, I'm sorry.
We'll just go. Play it at 1.25. Pretty please.
Okay, let me set that up.
That's a woman? Okay, good. I feel bad asking that, but and you know, now I feel even more bad knowing that that is actually a woman. But like,
So
just play the video. I feel embarrassed now.
Here is a Warhammer miniature. Here's another Warhammer miniature. One of these cost $50. The other cost $0. You see, this week, Warhammer 40K got leaked onto the internet, and there was a window there for about 2 hours where you could download all of Warhammer. And I'm not talking about downloading the rulebook or Warhammer art or a cartoon from Warhammer Plus TV. I'm talking about Warhammer, the models, the miniatures, from Orc Docs to Space Marine Thunderhawks to entire...
So I was like a little confused. I was like a little like confused on what to write as part of the title. So it is not hyperbolic. Games Workshop is the ones who leaked it. At least it sounds.
That's
like.
what it sounds like. Yes.
That is insane. That is just massively like. I want to know who did it and if they got fired. I hope they got fired. Like, from a business perspective, I hope they got fired. But I also just kind of want to like give a massive thank you because I'm pretty sure those minis are circulating on the internet.
Oh, absolutely,
on
they are. It's the internet
in multiple different areas. Like chat. But this is why I want to listen. If I get a 3D printer, I will just. Here's what I will do. Temp says that he struggles painting like what? How many minis do you have right now? Like 5, 10, 15?
I have
40
minis over 50.
Over 50. Okay. Chat. Listen. Help me
I've
fund
only
a 3D
painted
printer.
one.
Help me fund a 3D printer, chat. All right. I looked at a Bamboo Labs one. Unfortunately, the one I want is like $500. But if you help me fund a 3D printer, I will buy filament and I will send Temp a mini every single month until his room is consumed with minis. All right. This will be the longest con troll ever. Just help me get a 3D printer and I will send him 1 or 2 minis every month until he cannot accept them anymore. His dad will send me pictures of his minis just overflowing into his office, okay? He does not sound too happy about me saying that, but I will do it.
I mean, it'd save me a lot of money.
It would save you a lot of money, yes, but I don't think that... I think you'd be like, damn it, Akko, no. Can I link the Mighty Golden Patriot sales page to your Discord server? Sure.
Don't. Printing more won't help Temp paint. A lot of my problems with painting my minis is I just don't have the paint for like orcs or Emperor's Children or Death Guard. Like, I have enough paint for the Nids and Ultramarines.
Yeah. Oh, stop giving my son autistic plastic, man. Thank you, Toa, for the 5. I have heard that like just using filament wouldn't be as good, but I will still do it anyway, just to mess with Temp. Thank you for the 5. We met the goal.
What army does Temp collect? I have been working. I'm pretty much kind of committing to 2 armies because I'm weird. Death Guard and Tyranids. So bugs and zombies.
Yes, I will do that, chat. Like, just help me get a 3D printer, and I will do that. I think I'll like put it up on my throne or something. Just put up one, and if we get one, I promise you, I will take pictures every single week. I'll print them in multiple colors. I'll make a rainbow colored one, just for fun. Oh, it's in general. Okay.
I would like to build eventually a Gunpla, but that's in eventually thing. Okay, let me know when you're
Okay,
ready.
you may continue. I just wanted to like, tell
Armies.
chat what the incentives are for that.
Fair.
Because the actual 3D files of all these miniatures were available to download online for free. And Games Workshop were not happy, because these 3D files can be used to 3D print Warhammer miniatures at home with a 3D printer. So if you happen to have spotted this leak in time and downloaded these files, you now have free Warhammer for life. You could be printing an entire army tomorrow. And not with the imaginary, bad, bootleg quality like it came from a poor rip of a rerun on TNT 30 years ago, sold by one of those fellas that steal cars in FBI DVD commercials. No, these are models printed at high quality and fidelity, so much so that if you slap on a little bit of paint onto them, like you should, then it will be almost impossible to tell the difference between the models that you paid $50 for at the Warhammer store and the miniatures that you got for $0 from a guy with a Harambe avatar online. And this was a huge drop of Warhammer 40K 3D print files, which Games Workshop are kind of reeling from, because while the window of time that these files could be downloaded was short, that didn't stop people from downloading them. In fact, in just those 2 hours that these were available, there were over 200,000 downloads of this illicit digitized Warhammer catalog. That's potentially 200,000 people now with all the Warhammer files in their hands, who not only have the files to print at home for their own edification, but who can then upload the files again into the wild, starting this whole thing over again. As the saying goes, the juice is loose. So let's get into what happened and what's next. Because
I've never heard that term, and I never want to hear that term again.
Especially seeing Beetlejuice on the screen. I never want to see that again.
Ugh.
Really quickly from Mercenary. I know this lady, I subscribed to her last year watching the slow burning fire that is Hasbro in Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've never heard of them before, so that's cool.
Oh, it's like 40K only? Yeah, it does look like 40K only, and that's okay. Warhammer Fantasy is not doing very well anyway. Because Warhammer Fantasy was doing good, and then they did Age of Sigmar, and then Age of Sigmar is doing not great.
No, yeah, you are right, Toa. Like, the big problem is because here's the thing. Even if their shit didn't get leaked, eventually people with 3D printers were just gonna like do the job better anyway, and there really wasn't gonna be anything that they could do about it.
Yep.
Now the doomsday option has happened, and that is somebody accidentally hit upload on all of their miniatures, and they're fucked, basically. They are legitimately just fucked.
I'm not gonna say I got those files, but those files are pretty detailed.
You got the files?
No, someone in my chat. Winter Jolt.
Chat, here's what I'll say. If you can somehow get the files to temp and get them to me, I will store them on a hard drive, and I will just keep them forever. Or is that illegal? Can I say that? Is that illegal?
I think it's encroaching in similar terms of like emulation, like where to get emulation stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna listen. Here's the thing. I would not actively redistribute them. And I would not ever charge people for them. However, if I do somehow get my hands on them and store them, if you support the channel, I might be able to like give you free minis along with listen, if you support the channel or you buy a Yippee mini, maybe I'll throw in a free regular mini.
We got the 40K file before the Epstein files.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Eva's having a stroke. Eva is sick right now. Unfortunately, she told me she's got the
What does she have?
She's got elf flu, which means
she's got elf goo or something.
Elf cancer AIDS.
Oh, I missed
When
that.
Yippee plush? Chat, that's a question for Rage. Right, listen, right now I've got a merch store. All right, here. Let me
And that merch I ordered has still yet to ship.
It hasn't shipped yet?
No.
Okay, email them, because mine technically is about to, and I had to tell them to send it to my new address. Yeah, email them and tell them that you haven't gotten it yet. That's not good.
Well, I ordered it way after, like the launch cycle for the merch.
Yeah, DM message them. Do you have the? Hold on. I don't know. Who knows? That's a good question. Also, hello, Amal.
Welcome, Amal.
I don't know who. I don't know where those files came from. If they came from inside the company, I have to wonder if it was somebody that just said "F you" to the company. Who knows? But anyway, right now, well, first going back to you, Temp. Temp, do you have the order number?
No, I don't.
You don't have the order number? How the fuck do you not have the order number? It's gonna make it so much harder for me
No,
to.
no. I know we have it. I personally do not have it.
Okay, so like you have the email and you could look it up and send me your order number because I could message the people at Uwu and ask them if
I can mention it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like throw it to me later because
Yeah.
I want to get that to you. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. So chat, I have an Uwu Market page. Did it post? I'm gonna throw the button up there again. Yes, it posted. If you want me to get a doll, I do believe that they do plushies. I think. I don't know for too sure. I do know that Uwu Market loves to do drops for other creators. I can't talk about any future deals that they may want to do with me because like that's obviously something that we have to hype people up for. But like if you want merch, do that for now.
Mhm.
You never know. Maybe we'll get stuff in the future. You got the jet tags? Yes, I have jet tag here. I'll let me open up my page for you, chat. I'll whore myself out just a little bit. I'll do a Medicare whore myself out here. Let me open this up. Chat, I got stickers. I got a jet tag. I got keychains. I got the shirt and the sweatpants are kind of expensive. Because it's coming from China, I'm pretty sure.
I bought the shirt and I bought one of the keychains.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I bought the shirt, I bought the jet tag, I bought one of the keychains, and I think I bought one of the stickers as well. Because we also have stickers as well. So if you want other merch, start with this. You never know when other merch is going to come out, all right? Like I said, I can't talk about any future drops that could happen, but excuse me. Buy the merch and show them that you want more. I think they do body pillows as well. So,
well, chat, you heard it here. You just need to get Occo far enough to get Occo body pillow.
Exactly. I am trying to get personally. I want to try and get like a mouse pad. I think that would be pretty cool. But we'll see. Anyway, back to what people were talking about.
Coffee win. Occo's now partnered with the Quartering for Occo branded brand coffee.
Dude, okay. Unironically, that would be the funniest thing ever because it would expose me to a lot of people that have never heard me before. Which might not be a good idea because then the casino would see me. Although I do like the casino, so it's kind of like up in the air, I guess. Body pillow. I'm gonna need a bigger jar. No, chat.
Oh no.
That's disgusting. Occo brand coffee, yes, Occo branded coffee, Occo brand Occo coffee,
Occo brand coffee,
like,
brand coffee.
If you want that kind of stuff, just keep buying, and in the future, Rage is always looking for new things. I guess I can ask the person that is making the Occo doll. I know that she just like specially knits things. Oh, where is the picture of the completed one? Because it was sent to me recently and I want to show it off. You saw the completed doll, right?
So the what?
The completed Occo doll?
No, I don't believe so. I might have.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Hold on.
The only way that GW would survive this is to release their own STLs. I mean, a lot of people have said they should just release their own STLs anyway. It's like, still make people pay for them, but release the STLs. Now, the reason they won't do that, if the people bought one STL pack, there's your entire set of that unit for an army. And it's a one-time purchase. And GW doesn't want that. That's the problem. So.
Awkward.
I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it, because I would love for them to do STL. Because I'll tell you right now, I would 100% build an army, but they will never do STLs because of that.
Yeah, I can't find it right now, but somebody did make, one of my fans did make me an Occo plushie. They crocheted it, a Occo plushie. Anyway, please collab with Quarter Pounder. I'll tell him that I'm a woman and I can restore his image by talking with VTubers. That won't happen though. I don't know.
In
I've
fact,
been
he
very
might block
critical
you.
of him. He might. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me get a picture of this. One of my fans made an Occo doll chat. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. It's cute.
It's cool.
It's very cute.
I don't see it yet. Oh,
That's
that is
okay.
cute.
It'll load. I love it. It's adorable.
That is cute.
Mizu gets the jar, Occo gets the barrel. Oh no.
Then what do I get?
Anyway,
Mm,
you're the dog. You get the dog house.
I got the camel.
You get the camel.
Kennel, dipshit.
Oh, I was about to say, why do you want the camel?
Ironically, I have been thinking about renaming my Discord server because right now it's named Terminus Station, and I'm kind of thinking like, what could I do to name it like dog themed? And the kennel is an
doghouse.
option. The doghouse, another one. Yeah.
That's cute.
Temp gets the
You
peanut
go
butter.
yippee.
I love peanut butter though.
Temp gets
So
the
you
peanut
already,
butter.
you already win.
No. Temp gets the peanut butter, and Amal and him are gonna enjoy it together.
Oh,
Anyway, you can continue the video.
okay. Do you bark, Temp? Yes. Woo.
Yeah, listen, Temp is gonna have to bark when he
New
when
model.
he gets his model.
Yeah.
Listen, when you do your debut, you're gonna have to work on your awoo.
Woo. The pound. Oh, the pound is good.
You have
But-
a long ways to go, but we can.
Chat, we could call it the pound. Or we can call it the Pound Town.
Let's continue.
I am a higher breed than he is, shake my head. Oh.
Workshop. This wasn't the end of the story. This is all just the beginning, and they're gonna have to make some changes around here because for them, things are about to get a whole lot worse. Like almost as bad as being trapped on an island filled with terrifying beasts, cyclopean monstrosities, lurking horrors, and nightmarish scorpions that genuinely,
stop
while
making so many
frightening,
jokes.
look really cool, if a little bit too realistic for me. But all that can be fun with the brand new game coming out of Firelock Games called Brigands of Arja.
this is a sponsor.
Oh, this is
brand
an
new
ad.
war plans of ultimate sorcerer hour to play because they're where the war game pedigree for forever. It looks like so much fun, so do check it out at my link below to sign up to be notified when the game launches on Kickstarter very soon, and you'll be able to prove whether your band of brigands are worthy to feast in the Hall of Kings or if they are simply destined to a similar fate to those
You're
who
not
once ruled.
done?
What a vibe. And thanks to Firelock Games for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so yeah, a ton of Warhammer was leaked onto the internet. Now, I'm not going to tell you the names of anyone involved in this because I grew up in Northern Ireland, and I learned the value of keeping your mouth shut, especially if you're caught going to the bathroom in an alley on your way home from a club, and then you're arrested for public indecency, but told that if you
Stop giving
inform
these
fellow
jokes.
Catholics,
Okay,
they'll drop
pause.
the charges. But you refuse.
I am more upset with this person making all of these jokes that don't need to be made. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like this. I don't like this. Stop making jokes and just fucking say the story. Sorry. I fucking hell. Go ahead.
Yep, if you call Space Station Pounders Pound Town, you can do all kinds of stuff with from Nightmares Running Man Space Station game show to degeneracy innuendo. I know, and there are some thoughts there.
I'm sorry. I apologize for like getting upset, but it's just like, please stop making jokes. It's clear you're trying to be a comedian and you're not doing a good job. Just fucking make the video. You may continue. My apologies.
Oh, you're fine. Get used to Occo. That's this person's humor. That's this person's humor. Okay.
To do so, and then suddenly you're on an offenders register and you lose your job, your home, your kids, everything, and all you have is ruined. So you decide, screw it, and just make videos about little toy figurines on the YouTube. Just spitballing there. Could happen.
Hold on. This sounds personal. Because
I hate how this video was supposed to be about Warhammer, but now I'm just getting upset at the person who made the video. I almost want to see if there's a different video. That's how bad it is. We don't have to look for another video, but like, sounds like a dude. I was told that this is actually a woman. So get mad at the people who told me this was a woman.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna say they're wrong, but I have.
Thank you for the 5 chat. Listen, I can have dark gallows humor too, but this she does not do it very well. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mercenary. Listen, I'm not trying to chase you away and tell you that she sucks, but I don't like her humor that much.
It definitely sounds like a dude. That's what I first thought listening to this. Like when I was listening to it earlier, I'm like, oh, that's not a woman.
Either way, let's just get through this video.
Could be wrong, but
that is a frame.
it is.
Bad jokes are endearing. All right, it might
Right,
just be me.
But too many can be too much.
Yes, you got to space them out. Is kind of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
The antibody. More common than you think. Anyway, it is fair to say, however, that this is one of the biggest dumps of Warhammer 3D print files on the internet in recent memory. The files were uploaded to a very popular 3D print file hosting website, very popular, and almost immediately the news spread about it amongst the 3D printing community. Now, as far as I'm aware, no one really knew that this was going to happen. There wasn't a phone-in ahead of time, but it was almost immediately obvious and clear if you were hanging out in 3D print communities that this was going down when it went down. And, you know, I do. That's where I hang out. And I'm not confirming or denying whether I saw this in time and downloaded dozens and dozens and dozens of potential Games Workshop trademarked miniatures illicitly. Though do subscribe to the channel below for my new Thunderhawk painting series that will be coming to the channel soon. It's going to be very exciting and, in theory, very expensive. Now, these files were all uploaded to the internet by a person who had this profile picture, who, after finishing their apparent goal to upload their entire library of Warhammer 3D print files onto the internet, changed their profile picture to this. Mission accomplished, son. Of course, the uploader was then promptly banned by the very popular 3D print site that they had uploaded everything onto, and all their materials were taken down. So if you do go to the links now, they're all broken. They'll go to nowhere, which makes sense, you know, because these materials that were uploaded were obviously and very explicitly digital files of Warhammer 40K miniatures. There was no pretending here. They were not trying to get away with it. They did not name them the Grimdark Space Super Soldier. They were called things like Primaris Space Marine with Melta-Cannon. Everybody knew what was going on. So the website did take them down without Games Workshop, as far as I'm aware, even needing to do anything or send a cease and desist. However, the files had been up for a couple of hours before they were spotted and taken down, and by then the damage had been done. Yes, it had been clamped down on pretty quickly, but really, this is just the beginning of an even bigger problem for Games Workshop, one that is going to get even worse for them in future, because we're going to see this happen a lot more. So, you know, subscribe to the channel, hear about that, as well as see my new army build series where I'm painting one of every single Warhammer miniature. Again, a potentially, in theory, very expensive video series. But how do I know that this is going to be a major problem for Games Workshop? Well, it's...
What's up?
That is kind of funny. I found that kind of funny. So there you go.
Because the files that were uploaded were not sculpted by a person crudely replicating the aesthetics of Games Workshop miniatures in 3D printing sculpting software, or even taking official miniatures and creating a recast of them to produce low-quality duplicates. No, these models were scanned straight onto the
Hold on.
What? Oh, what'd you do?
Oh, thank you, Winter Jolt, for the article.
I mean, we can continue watching the video, but like,
yeah, we can watch the video, and then we'll read the article.
Yes, that's completely fine.
Internet from the official models. Like you'd scan a document or rulebook to be passed around online, like the attractive cousin in a very isolated family.
Oh, God.
Pause real quick.
What the fuck?
Thank you for the 20 Canadian, chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind when I do decide to start 3D printing. I can see the charm now. Yeah, I can listen. The jokes are now slowly growing on me. I kind of get them. Anyway, everything good? Yeah, everything's fine. Occo building a server. Maybe. Well, I am planning on building a server rack, yes. It's an acquired taste. You have to ban Taz. They donated in a foreign currency. You're right. Taz is Canadian. Canadian. I don't care about.
Instructions on clear printing in a closet.
I didn't know that about 3D printers, but I'll keep that in mind. My brother suggested like a $500 printer because he told me that was a... Now, to be fair, my brother owns a business where he does 3D printing for... And I'm not going to say what he does, obviously, but like my brother does have a business where he does 3D print, and he suggested a $500 printer, and I was like, bro, I do have $500, but I'm not about to blow it on a 3D printer when I'm trying to move. And he's like, yeah, I know, but like this is what I use, because I want one that's at least 10 it has a 10-inch bed, because I want to be able to print stuff for minis, my mini rack, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I just want a 10-inch bed, and then I'll be good, basically. If someone can help me find a good 3D printer that's got a 10-inch bed, I think I'd be fine with it. I got discount codes. Oh, man. I'm fine with that. Anyway, you may continue when ready.
Active cousin in a very isolated family. Now, it must be said that many of these files did not originate with the uploader. This was more of a curated list of files, many of them that already existed on the internet and had simply been collected. So this was really a collection collated that had then been released. But what surprised me most about all this was the quality of the 3D prints that could have been printed from these, in theory, because these files have resulted in 3D printed versions of Warhammer miniatures that are almost indistinguishable from the real thing. They look perfect, and that should really worry Games Workshop, because while the ability to 3D scan miniatures like this has been around for a while, and I've even tried it out myself in the past, there's been phone apps and tech to scan pictures of 3D miniatures that you own on the computer for years that you could then print later on, and I've seen them before, I've used them before, and they used to be very primitive, and they generated poor results with 3D models that resulted in 3D prints that held a real lack of detail and clarity. However, it seems like
I didn't think about that. But there is quite a lot of programs today that allow you to just 3D scan shit.
Yeah.
This is definitely a big topic that Games Workshop needs to consider. It's just like, how are you going to stop people from doing that and then just like not buying your minis? Like, I have to wonder, like, how much money they're losing now that 3D printers are so mainstream?
Oh, they've it's actually been a really common theory that ever since 3D printers become more mainstream, they've been losing way more money.
You think so?
Yep. So, kind of going back to Trench Crusade. Trench Crusade, when it came out, when they started, it was just STL files. The only way to do it was by 3D printing. Obviously, it's not the case now. You still can. They still sell the STLs, but they also do the full minis as well. And I know I've been seeing a whole bunch of other like Warhammer content creators doing their own minis and 3D printing. Like, not like Warhammer minis, but like they're making their own minis and they're 3D printing them and selling them.
Right.
Like,
which would get you in trouble. Definitely would get
No.
you in trouble.
No. Their own, not
their own. Oh, I mean, if it's their own, then yeah, that's a little different.
But that's the thing is, like, now that 3D printing has become so mainstream, Games Workshop is seeing a lot of competition. Now, obviously, Games Workshop is not going to be launched off their pedestal because they're Games Workshop. It's like Nintendo. At least in terms of, like, what they do, you know? But
yeah,
it's nice to have that competition. And as much as Trench Crusade has shat the bed and will not stop opening their mouths and being what they've decided to be, I still give them props for doubling down on STLs. Good.
Yes. Pretty much. Also, I sent you a cute image I think you should open.
What did you send me? Hold on, chat. We're having a pause in the video for something important. Ah, woo.
That's a gigantic ass collar.
It is. Ah, woo.
Oh, woo. It's so cute.
Okay.
Seems like in the last few years, this tech has come on really far, and you can see it visibly in this recent batch of uploaded Warhammer 3D files, which are pretty much perfect. And these are now in the online ecosystem. You can find them again right now, and now hundreds of thousands of more people have these files, and there's more likely more files to be on the way because anybody can do this, and it's getting easier and easier. The technology is now here. This is getting out of hand, and I'm sure it's the sort of thing that keeps Games Workshop executives up at night. Well, that and all the cocaine. And it explains in part Games Workshop's insane clampdown
Okay,
on
that one got a
third-party
chuckle out of me.
Yeah, it did.
creators, because Games Workshop hate the idea of Warhammer being free and accessible and not a premium product as they would have us believe. No, these can be gotten for really cheap. But this isn't a war that Games Workshop will be able to win with legal threats, because they might not know it, but Games Workshop are actually facing a battle here that has already previously claimed the scalps of dozens of billion-dollar, like massive corporations already, and warped entire industries in the past,
Okay,
forcing them to
move
change
on.
on a fundamental level. Because really, this phenomenon that Games Workshop are up against of Warhammer miniatures being uploaded online for others to download for free is, when you think about it, really just online piracy. And sure, okay, online piracy, it usually
Yeah.
relates to digital-only content like movies, music, and video games. But really, that's what these miniatures are. They're 3D STL print files that can be spread digitally. Because, okay, there are some bootleg Warhammer that can be bought from smaller sellers who will print and post 3D printed Warhammer to buyers. Those guys are very small in number thanks to the fact that sites like Etsy and eBay, they ban accounts and shut down sellers who do that the second the Games Workshop issue a cease and desist. And so it's hard to sell 3D print models of Warhammer, at least ones that are so explicitly based on actual Warhammer models online. And you can't sell them anonymously, which really, puts a crimp in that. No, most bootleg Warhammer is really just identical to online piracy because they're digital files, they're files that get spread around anonymously online, torrented, hosted on file sharing websites, sometimes for money, sometimes not, like in this instance, because everything was free here. And people can
I'll
download
be
them and then
honest with
spread
you,
them
and you
around
follow
themselves.
that. This is one of those things that I don't think you should charge people for. Like, if
No.
you're gonna pirate it, just throw it out to the ethos. and-
Exactly. Like,
Which is typically what a lot of piracy people kind of do when that kind of shit happens. They just throw it out there and let people free reign
and
it,
like-
because that's how it should be.
if you want to make your own thing, that's one thing. But if
Yes.
you are doing this, the only thing I could see you charging for is, like, I'm not charging you the cost of the minis. I'm not charging you that. I'm charging you the materials used to print.
Yes.
Like, if you
Pretty
wanted
much.
to, like, build them, like, build the stuff to build it, and then ship it,
Mhm.
you have them pay the material cost, not...
You wouldn't download the God Emperor. You wouldn't download a God Emperor, would you, chat?
You wouldn't download Trump? What? No.
No, no, no,
Not
no.
even
no.
cost of labor, because a lot of 3D printing, like, you don't need to. Like, postage, materials. Yeah, I guess cost of labor. Sure.
That's not the joke. But
No, I know. But I'm also joking because a lot of people call Trump God Emperor Trump. It's a joke within a joke, Akko.
yeah.
Like a Father Christmas shaped virus. But okay, I hear
Okay.
the disagreement coming from the
Oh, did you not hear them say that?
No.
online, and you can't sell them anonymously, which really, puts a crimp in that. No, most bootleg Warhammer is really just identical to online piracy because they're digital files, they're files that get spread around anonymously online, torrented, hosted on file sharing websites, sometimes for money, sometimes not, like in this instance, because everything was free here. And people can download them and then spread them around themselves, like a Father Christmas shaped virus. But okay, I hear the disagreement.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I get
Ugh.
it now.
One Italian sculptor made a gigantic moving effigy of God Emperor Trump. Temp, get the newspaper. Bad dog. No.
Bap the dog.
coming from the comment section already. Pirating music and videos, and to a lesser extent video games, is very easy to do. You just download a torrent, and that's it, you're done. You just double click the thing, and you can watch or play or listen to whatever it is. But downloading a 3D STL print file of a Space Marine only gets you so far. You then have to actually, 3D print the physical model, and that's an entire hobby in and of itself, right? I mean, it's a lot of time and effort to learn and do. Wrong, incorrect, that's not the case anymore. It's over, that's over, that argument is done. Because today you can go out and, say, buy a Bamboo Lab 3D printer, preferably from my affiliate link below, help support the channel, and then you can come back to me, because you'll find that actually it's supremely easy these days to 3D print models. You just plug in the printer, let it calibrate itself, which it does automatically, then you download the file that you want to print, and within a few clicks, it'll print, and it will look good. It's insane. I've talked about it previously on the channel. 3D printing has really gotten out of hand. It's kind of wild what you can do now. And right now, yes, Bamboo Lab only do FDM prints, which often come with some layer lines, and they don't look quite as good in general for smaller miniatures, though they do look perfect for terrain and tanks. But FDM printing actually looks way better than you think. In fact, I've played entire games exclusively with FDM printed miniatures, and they can look awesome. Plus, as a bonus, FDM printing is way less toxic than traditional resin printing, and also requires like almost zero effort in comparison. And if you've ever been to one of my famous Hawaii Aloha parties, you know that I do not do anything with effort. 3D printing is getting easier, and the second that a non-toxic, easy-to-use resin printer comes out, or FDM prints get just a little bit better looking, it's over. This 3D printing craze will get really crazy, and it will come very mainstream in the miniature wargaming hobby. And remember, the Warhammer business model is kind of special. It's not like video games, or music, or TV, or movies, or whatever. Warhammer is not built on a huge, massive collection of people who buy content. No, it's built on a small, niche community of big buyers who spend a lot of money on...
Oh, that's a pile of plastic shame. Oh, God. Okay. That hurts.
That is a lot of plastic, yes.
Oh, God.
Models. So it just takes a few of those guys to decide that they do not want to pay quite so much for their miniatures. Maybe $50 for a Primaris Lieutenant is a bit much. And hey, if it's easy enough, you can just...
Yeah. I've gone into hobby stores and found, like, small single package units. Like, not even, like, in the box, but, like, tiny plastic. Like, you can hang it on, like, one of those, like, store hooks where you find your action figures. Tiny ones. And they still cost, like, $36. And it's like, holy shit. Why are you costing $36? I could see 20. Maybe 25. But nearly $40?
It's unreasonable.
I could buy a box of 6 to 12 units for $60. Which is $30 more than that.
I would much rather buy a computer part than buy that amount of figurines. And I'm going to be real with you. I'd much rather save money for a 3D printer so that I could just pay these figurines for like way cheaper. Because it's my opinion that these figurines are probably little figures, are probably cheaper to just print on your own than buying them.
Yeah.
Like, unironically, I feel like the price of the figures are so over bloated that if I just decide to 3D print them myself, it's obviously wouldn't be resin, so the quality would be lower. But I feel like it would be 10 times cheaper.
How tall is Pile of Shame? All right.
Does Temp have a pile of shame?
5 boxes of minis. And only 1 box is not done being built, and that is my Death Guard. Because my Death Guard, it is the Combat Patrol, and I have built 1 Plague Marine, 2 special units, and that is it. And I have all the grunts in that
You've not
box
painted
still.
any of them, chat.
I've painted 1 mini.
Oh, never mind. He's painted 1 of them, chat.
But my pile of shame is not massive, but it still exists.
It's like 20 cents a model or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Listen, like I said, chat, help me get a 3D printer. I will literally send Temp 25-cent figurines in the mail every month. I'll up it to like 2 or 3 figurines a month. That's like 75 cents plus the envelope. If they come broken, I'll just send them another one.
And here's
I'll send them an army. They'll be overwhelmed.
Here's what's funny is Games Workshop is not a fan of it, but they allow it because it makes them so much money. Is kit bashing. We're like basically like, this box of shit has stuff I want on this other box of shit. So 2 boxes, depending on what the box is, that is usually between $60 to $300 of plastic for 1 box, potentially times 2, because they want to make 1 figure, 1 mini, look absolutely amazing.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, yeah. The 40K and Warhammer 40K is based on how much money the fans bought for this franchise. Yeah. What's also good about this is that you'll be able to play them in official tournaments because no one will be able to tell the difference when they're painted. Potentially. It also depends on the quality of the print.
Mm-hmm.
If this becomes more mainstream, and now I'm not saying 3D printing is not mainstream. I actually said it earlier. It was not. It was mainstream. But what they mentioned was like so mainstream that it is the way people do things and not just buy plastic. You will get to a point where it's like AI, where it's like people are like, that's AI, that's not. People are going to point out that's official, that's 3D printed. That's going to happen.
Oh gosh, I was just reminded. Did you see that Japan got a female prime minister that wants to kick out all the illegal immigrants and ban immigration?
You don't have to sell me. I'm down for
And
it.
she's a female. She's apparently like a more conservative Shinzo
She is.
Abe or whatever.
Yep.
So people are like
Japan
really excited
might
that
see quite a bit of change.
people are like, oh, Japan takes 10 years to catch up and that the woke stuff is just starting now. People are thinking that the woke stuff is going to die right now.
It's very, very plausible. Temp is okay with women president? No, but if she's based, again.
Yeah, she sounds like she can be. She hasn't done anything yet, but she says that she wants to do a lot of things, and I'm okay with that, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Again, again, that's the same thing we talked about with Nintendo. Could Devin Pritchard help Nintendo quite a lot? Yes.
We don't know.
We don't know because she's not there yet. She's at Nintendo
the only
right now.
People that told us about her just said how great she was, so we really don't know.
Exactly. It's like we need to see what she does before we say yes or what. Yes, X, Y, or Z. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we've kind of paused long enough. We can continue.
Download these files and get them for free? Well, that's big trouble for Games Workshop. That's their core audience could just move on to another way of getting their Warhammer. The monopoly is over. So, right? What can Games Workshop do about this? Well, except jump on this with lawyers like they're playing legal whack-a-mole, which is something that I think is very tempting for a corporation like Games Workshop, but we saw how well that worked for them.
Nintendo.
Doesn't work out very well for them, honestly.
It doesn't work out. No, it doesn't.
Music and movie industry, and well, spoiler, but last night I watched for free the forgotten 1986 Mark Harmon movie, A Deliberate Stranger, a movie remarkable for being all about...
I wouldn't say that on a YouTube video that you're planning to monetize and put on the internet for God, angels, and these witnesses to see. That's just me. I don't typically talk about the stuff I pirate on the internet. If I pirate
Devin
it.
was No, Devin's been at the company since 2006. We talked about this last Dogwave.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Serial killer Ted Bundy and yet showing 0 actual murders on screen. And I did so without paying a single movie studio, which is good because I would have been very annoyed if I paid money for that thing. 7 out of 10. But there is a solution to piracy, and it is to simply compete with the pirates. Games Workshop should take this brave new 3D printing world as a challenge because they can beat piracy. I really believe they can. And the first step to do so would be to reduce the price of Warhammer because outside of some
There you go. Easy. You reduce the cost. You take the $60 boxes, you make them... I'm going to even say 40. I think 40 for, potentially 6 to 11, like 6 or 11 to 12
You know they're
minutes.
not going to do that.
They're not going to, but that would absolutely help.
Recap, Warhammer, a bunch of Warhammer stuff got leaked online, and we're discussing kind of like the fallout of what could happen because of that. And in my personal opinion, there really isn't much you can do. There really just isn't much you can do about it. I'll be honest with you.
I don't see it happening. They just raised prices again. They did just raise their prices again. Yes. All in the name of tariffs.
This lady grows on you? Yeah, she's kind of growing on me. In a consensual way, of course.
People don't want to 3D print their models. They would prefer to buy plastic miniatures.
I'm going to use 14 as an example here, because I've heard people use this exact same example in 14. Convenience. The reason why the market board in 14 does so well is because the people who are willing to work for like your different crafts or your different like sellable items and then sell them for a large chunk of change is because of convenience. People would rather buy them than have to do everything about that. It's the same thing with 3D printing and like this. You will not see it get overly popular because people would rather just hand GW money or their local shop money, grab box, come home, clip, build, paint.
Yeah. Give it one moment. My much appreciation, Storky Fallout for the 5. I hope you're enjoying yourself in the Yukon. Hope you're not getting too cold up there. It's about to get cold. I think where I'm moving, I think it gets cold. I think I should.
We're already in sweatpants weather, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm still in shorts. Let's see. How hot is it going to be the rest of the week? How hot is it going to be? It is going to be in the 80s for the rest of the week. It's going to rain every day for the rest of the week, and the humidity is going to be in the 80s and 90s for the rest of the week. But it's going to be cloudy, so it's going to be humid, and I'm still going to sweat to death, but it's going to be cloudy. I'm so glad I move in 6 weeks. I'm fucking tired of this weather. I would much rather be in the cold than be in this weather. -13 is shorts weather. Listen, I grew up in Idaho. I disagree with you. Listen, I grew up in Idaho where sometimes it would get to a -24 wind chill. I disagree with you.
I mean, I won't go shovel like snow in shorts, but when it's snowing and I have to take the dog out, I will still wear like a t-shirt, shorts, and sandals and go outside in the snow. Like, the cold weather exists and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I would prefer to be cold getting hot than hot getting cold. It's massively easier. It's less stressful to be cold getting hot. Excuse me. Pretty much. Also, chat, have you considered liking the stream? Very much so. If you like, I very much appreciate you liking the stream. We only have 50 likes. Get 100 likes on the stream. Very much appreciated. That's wind chill. Wind chill kills. Ambient -13.
Yeah, wind chill is definitely worse.
I remember my first winter. This didn't even count because Texas was in like a wind. Texas was in a weird spot where we got like a chill that was not supposed to happen. And it got to 2 and it almost went below. This was back when I worked for Amazon. So this was my first year as a supervisor for the electric vehicles. And I was told, I was like, my boss is like, my boss, he's like a very upbeat, like half black, half Mexican dude. And he's like, Akko, winter is coming. And I'm like, what do you mean? We live in Houston. He's like, so it's not gonna snow, but it's gonna get cold. He's like, you weren't here when the first freeze happened in Houston, but there was a freeze a couple years ago and it was bad. And I was like, oh, I remember hearing about that. He's like, yeah, it's coming again. I was like, fuck.
Not to the same
And,
degree,
like-
thank God.
No, it wasn't to the same degree, but it was bad. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have to prepare for it, which nobody was prepared for. Let me tell you, that first day with it being like 10 degrees and I was the only one that had lived in cold weather, everybody looked like they were going to die, but I was on my feet running everywhere. It was like 30 degrees at one point, and I was in my shorts because I like had the long sleeve pants and then I had the short sleeve pants. And everybody's like, why the fuck are you wearing short sleeves? It's 30 degrees. I was like, 30 degrees. I can still get pretty hot running back and forth from the vehicle. So I just remember the night that I came back from that first shift, I had to spend an additional hour because like I was a lead supervisor. So I had to stay behind if they needed me to, and I got paid pretty good overtime, which was nice. You know, you get paid like another $1 or $2 to be the supervisor, and so, you know, it's worth staying overtime because you get more money for basically doing nothing. But like the electric so what had happened is it rained that day. It never happens it doesn't normally rain in Houston. It rained and then it immediately froze over because it like turned into freezing rain very quickly. And the rain, like there were a bunch of electric vehicles that weren't used that day because it was like the beginning of the year, and beginning of the year routes go down massively for a couple of weeks while tax returns are being filed. And a lot of our vehicles were frozen in place because the doors wouldn't open because the rain froze to the vehicles, and it like you couldn't see because it was on the windows, and it made it hard to get into the doors. And my boss was like, I need you to get your ice scraper, and I need you to help me ice scrape because we can't we need these to be scraped off in the morning because there was no way that they were going to melt. And I just remember I spent like 2 hours and I was like, what the fuck? I left Idaho. I didn't think I'd have to like scrape ice off of this snow and the sticks. It wasn't even snow, it was just ice. So listen, snow is fine. Ice sucks. And it was ice all over these vehicles. And so we had to we spent like over an hour cleaning it off before my boss accidentally broke my my ice picker. And he's like, you know what, you can go home, I'll finish this. It was really interesting because again, like, you know, when you're the only one that like has lived in the ice and the snow, and everybody around you is like coping with the fact that it's very cold and frozen and there's ice all over the vehicles, and they have to deal with the fact that I was surprised that nobody had gotten into a serious crash, honestly. And that's not me saying that like my coworkers were bad employees. It's just when you have never been in the snow and dealt with the snow, and you are not then forced to, it's a surprise that people don't get hurt because they don't know what they're doing because they just never experienced it. Black ice, no, it was just normal ice. But like again, when you live in a climate where there is never snow and then you're immediately forced into it, people get freaked out. Rightfully so, I would say. Thank you for the 5. No, yeah. 30 degrees. Listen, if I'm working hard outside, 30 degrees is still shorts for me. If I'm not like doing hard work, I'll wear long pants. But I won't go to the long sleeve undergarments until it's like under 10 degrees. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough about cold weather. That was just a fun little story. Temp is dead. Well, Temp is dead. I'll read that other super chat that didn't get read earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I was
you're already
muted.
back. I already started, so I'm going to start. Toa for 5. Cost of developing non-Games Workshop minis has been dropped by orders of magnitude. Even if people never copy Games Workshop, they can make their own, and Games Workshop can't stop them. That is very true. Very, very true. Like we just discussed earlier, it costs like less than $1 to create one mini. Like if you take high quality, and I'm not just saying like the low quality shit. Take high quality filament. You'll probably maybe you get up to $1 per mini. That's still way cheaper than like paying $40 for like what, 4 or 5 minis?
What?
Temp, I'm deferring to you because you bought boxes of minis.
4 or 5 minis? For what?
Yeah, I'm asking how much do you typically spend for a box of like 4 or 5 minis?
Oh, typically 5 or 6 minis, and it's about $60. Hold on. Actually, hold
Yeah,
on.
like
I have a solution.
that's disgusting.
I have a couple boxes in my hands right now. They should have the price tags on them somewhere.
I live outside of Houston, an area where they run the water pipes through the attic. Yeah, we usually trickle faucets to prevent freezing. No, yeah, that's what you do. You trickle the faucet. I remember when the freeze came, they told me. I remember my roommates were like really freaked out by it because they had lived in California and stuff. And they were like, "Hey, you need to run the faucets." And I was like, "Okay, turn on the faucets, get all this going." And I already knew what I was doing. But it was just like turn on the faucets, keep the heat on. Bill's gonna be a little expensive this month because heat's typically not as bad as AC in my personal opinion. It depends on how hot you want to make it and how hard you want to run it for. But heat is typically not as bad, as far as I've seen. But I told him I was like, you gotta do this, this, and this, and they were not ready for it. I think that there was definitely some shock from it.
Okay. So
Thank you for the 5.
I'm gonna give a couple examples. Oh, okay,
Give it 2
wait.
seconds. 1 sec. Oh, Fulgrin. I'll have to. I need to
Fulgrin's one of
because
the
I am not.
the Chaos
I am.
Primarchs. I think actually Fulgrin's Emperor's Children.
Oh, Daemon Primarch of Slaanesh.
Yeah.
It's 100 and. Jeez.
Yeah. So to give an example, I bought at a local hobby shop a pack of orcs, which is 11 minis. It was, I think, $60 for it, but it was 11 minis. I bought same size box of Emperor's Children from another store. That was 6 minis, same price.
Yeah, like I said,
And
if you're printing at like $1 per mini, it's still 10 times cheaper.
I want to give another example. From the same store I bought the orcs, I bought a combat patrol of Death Guard.
Yeah.
So this box, and to give an example on the back of the box, it comes with Poxwalkers, one of the major units for the Death Guard, actually 2 major units for Death Guard, and a bunch of Plague Marines. That's 39 minis for $168, not counting tax.
See, chat, here's my thing. I would never do that because I would rather spend money on a different kind of plastic, that being Legos. And Legos
are almost as dangerous.
Legos themselves are getting that expensive. I don't know. I think for me, yeah, I would go with Legos, or I would just like play Minecraft if I wanted to play with Legos or shit.
See,
like
that's
that,
why I'm happily enjoy my 40K games like Dark Tide, Space Marine 2. Like, I'm probably not going to actually end up playing the tabletop game, but I do enjoy building and painting them.
Right. And by the way, I'm not shaming anybody. If you enjoy collecting these, if you want to build a giant table full of this stuff, I'm not going to shame you for it. I just personally could never see myself buying all that kind of stuff. I just look at that and I'm like, me personally, I can't justify it. I would rather, like, again, work on my computer shit. I'd rather buy Legos to put on the shelf, or to disassemble and put that together. Speaking of which, I need to buy the Lego Game Boy. Or I could ask for it for Christmas. You know, I might ask for it for Christmas.
Is that store selling at retail price? You're legit better off going off Amazon. So the problem with me in Warhammer is I don't.
He has to buy. He buys it when he gets into the store because he gets the grabby hands from.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not going to disagree with me because he knows.
I'm not, because when I bought that Combat Patrol, I went in there looking for just a box of Plague Marines because I just wanted to build some Plague Marines. Like I built some of the Emperor's Children, like Noise Marines, which should have been like 6 to 11 minis, which is fine. But I'm like, they don't have anything with Death Guard, like Plague Marines in it, but the Combat Patrol. Well, guess I'm buying the Combat Patrol.
This is why it's going to be so dangerous. Because where I'm moving to, hold on a moment. You talk for a moment.
So, I know what I have now is like I have my first foray into 40K. Sorry, the minis. Let me preface it. The minis was the introductory set, which was like a bunch of like paints for Ultramarines and Nids, playing board, dice, the essentials. And this was like what, $65? Great deal. Honestly, this is a fantastic deal. $65 for what?
Thank you for the 5.
Potentially
You talk.
20.
I'll listen to. I'll play it again later.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 minis. 16 minis. 5 paint tins, brush, playing board, dice, cutter. Like, that's actually pretty decent.
Mhm.
But the Hive Tyrant was $65, and it's one figure. To be fair, now, a Hive Tyrant is a big one. But still, like, 65. That's, like, a little nuts. Because that's more than than a former AAA game costs.
Right.
So, yay.
Sorry, I'll reread your super chats
No,
here
go ahead.
in a moment, chat.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead. Okay. Toa says, I said develop, not print. The cost of making the original models is much lower now. That's why Games Workshop is in trouble. Same thing happened to music. Fair enough. Fair enough. I would like to see like the comparable price between like buying and printing your own shit using a 3D printer versus like just buying them from Games Workshop. I still think it would be way cheaper. 100%.
Right.
And then Storky for 5. Last one, same. Grabby probably went for more orcs and nearly impulse bought both Fulgrim and more.
Yeah.
I imagine that both of those are over $100.
Fulgrim. Sorry, wait, what minis? Hold on. Fulgrim. Was $170. Now, to be fair, this is on Games Workshop site. Fulgrim is $170.
They paid $180.
Mortarion is also $170. To be fair, I will probably have to pick up Mortarion eventually too.
Hey chat. This is why I'm glad I don't live near a micro center, because I probably would have bought like 5 or 6 more.
Oh yeah.
More microcomputers.
See, that's also kind of why I'm glad I don't live near a micro center, because I'm like, oh.
Because I would have been like, oh, I want another Raspberry Pi.
This is why I like. Oftentimes when I go like where my Best Buy is, I'm like, oh, I want to go there. Why? Because I want to look around, and when I look around, I'm like, but I want this.
Pretty much.
It's the same problem with minis. It's like, I want this. This is cool, but oh my god.
We need Space King figures. Yes. Listen, chat again. If you help me help you. If I can get 3D printer, all right? My brother suggested like the Bamboo Labs, like some weird wonky name. But if I can get a decent 3D printer so that I can print stuff for my racks and just my desk in general, I will print figures. I will print Yippee figures. I will invest into getting a Yippee figure made and done, and then I can disperse them to people. And then I will also just send temp figures every single month. Here's what I'll do. Randomly, I will just send you a Warhammer figure and change the head for a Yippee. And then it'll be a Yippee Marine.
Oh, God.
And you'll be forced to have to paint the Yippee Marine. Bamboo went proprietary. Okay, I don't know what to get. Listen, if there's a good 3D printer, chat, you can recommend it to me. My brother who owns a business uses Bamboo Labs. So if they suck, fair enough. Like, help me find a 3D printer. Suggest it in the Discord, and I will deeply appreciate it. So, yeah, help me get a 3D printer, either with knowledge or if you want to throw a donation towards one, and we will have some fun with it. I promise you. I will have a lot of fun with it, like working on shit for Megadesk, because I want to use it to make Megadesk stuff as well. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Shall we resume on the
We-
video?
we
We
are-
have
Yeah,
less than 5 minutes left.
We might not get to the thing I wanted to watch tonight.
build them, but the cost of Warhammer puts a lot of people off, and it has really cultivated this huge community of 3D print enthusiasts. And actually, the price of Warhammer does force a lot of people to resort to 3D printing because they just cannot afford the price of Warhammer. And in these
That's $170 for 9 figures.
That's 9. Yeah.
Are they painted or do you have to paint them?
You have to build them and you have to paint them. I want to add a nice little subject line here. Do you notice right there where it says online only?
Fucking. This is.
Games Workshop
I'm
sells
listen.
specific figures
That's a
and
scam.
specific bundles on their store exclusively.
That's a scam. I'm sorry. Like, listen, if you love Bam or not, yeah. If you love 40K, that's fine. That's a scam right there. And Games Workshop is scamming you. That is a scam, and you're being fleeced. Holy shit.
And here's the thing, like if they came painted and built already, that'd be one thing. But you also have to buy the paints. And
Can't imagine.
and
that.
hope
That
that
is
your
just-
painting job is good.
I just feel like I'm being kicked in the nuts right now seeing that.
Yeah. It's why I
That's why nobody
took-
feels bad about this leak, honestly.
yeah, exactly. It's part of the reason why for a while there I'm like, after the GPU thing, because I bought the 97 XT this year, I'm like, I'm not buying more Warhammer for a while. And then I just like 2 weeks ago just impulsed buy a Hive Tyrant. So yeah.
What got a preference to where to leave 3D printers?
No.
Hold on.
If you're looking for the video that we're watching here, I'm gonna link this in both chats.
Throw it in programmer feedback. That's a decent. Yeah, just throw it in programmer feedback. That'll be a good spot for it. Although you have to wait, like if you just join the Discord server, you have to wait about 10 minutes. I don't know if you just did or not. But yeah, programmer feedback is where you throw it.
economic conditions, which could be roughly described as asphact, that's an increasingly growing number of people, just like the prices of Warhammer keep growing. In fact, if you live in Australia right now, it might actually be your moral duty to pirate Warhammer. So reducing prices across the board by Games Workshop would be a good start, and we know they can do that. We know they can. Their margins are insane. Everybody knows this is the case. So, you know, calm down, Games Workshop. Bring down the prices. But also, they could just start selling the digital files themselves. I mean, the digital files are out there.
I think that's the best case scenario. That's what they should do. It's like, if you're not going to reduce the price, please sell me the STLs. Like, you could even, like, it'd be really, really scummy. But I could see them doing it like, you bought one STL file, but you have to buy it again because we don't allow you to save it.
So what, like a limited time STL? How the fuck would you how would you make it to where
They
your
would
3D
probably have
printer
their own software to print. And that basically is a download code to their own printing software. And it gets removed from your account once it detects you have printed it.
See, but like they would have to work with every company that makes 3D printers in order to get that to work, and you know that people would crack that.
Oh, I know.
easily. There's a lot of cats.
But that's what I could see them doing.
Pirating products does not lower prices, it raises them. Yes, but also by the same token, I think that some companies that end up, here's the thing. It can lower the prices if the company wants to beat out the pirates. It just depends. And this is one of the few things where I kind of agreed with pirate software, where it's just like, if you find out that people are pirating your game, you find out why, and if it's for money constraints, maybe just think about lowering it figure out where it's happening the most, and then think about lowering the price there. And he talked about how he lowered the price of his game and other it was either his game or other games, but that was one of the few things where I was like, I kind of agree with him on that. But it's like, if you are having problems with pirate, you have to figure out why it's happening and figure out how to beat them. And you beat the pirates by basically winning, making it where pirating the game is not as preferable as just buying the game. If what I'm saying kind of makes sense.
To quote or to refer to Gabe's quote on the subject. So what's funny is it was one of the top comments. Here you go. CC Webbs has said that Gabe Newell has said that piracy is a distribution issue. I think this applies here. Yeah. Gabe Newell basically said piracy is a distribution issue. If you're not willing to sell it, you're going to have pirates.
Yes, pretty much.
And that's why Nintendo, and honestly, that is probably why Nintendo raised their prices. In all honesty.
Why worry about prices if you can just pirate? Again, here's the thing. Piracy will exist always and forever. It's not ever going to not exist. The thing is there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't pirate if you just made it easier for them to enjoy the product.
Mhm.
That's one of the reasons why I feel like Amazon is so successful. Because it's so easy to buy stuff on Amazon that people are just it's gonna be easier for them, so they'll just go with Amazon. So if you apply the same thing with a lot of other places, like Nintendo, for example, you don't want people to emulate your games, make your games available everywhere. Make it to where, because like if you gave up a lot of your Nintendo games and then threw them up on like the eShop for the Switch for like $10 a
That's
game,
what people
I
are
would buy
asking
that.
for. Is like, just let us buy your game. Don't make us
But they
pay a
don't do that.
subscription fee. Don't make us do
That's
this.
why people.
Well, I
That's
know.
why people emulate.
Right. But that's why I was saying that I think that's probably why they actually raised the Switch to console and game prices.
Pretty much.
Because if people won't want to do that if it just costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah, if you make it easier for people to not pirate, a lot of people, again, I think there are a lot of people that like may not even want to pirate, but they do it because they don't feel like they have any alternative.
Yep.
Make it easier to not pirate, and people will not pirate. That's just how I feel. Not how I feel. That's how I see it work.
Mhm. No, absolutely. Which of the Primarchs is the worst in the modern meta? I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the meta of 40K. That's insane.
How many people have Spotify? Now, I really don't use. I personally have never used Spotify, so I can't really speak to that. But like all the music I like listening to, if I can buy it and it's not super duper expensive, I'll buy it, or I'll just use YouTube Premium because I have YouTube Premium, and YouTube Premium is like a really good way. It has been a really good way for me to not buy music because I can just pay premium every single month for that. So, the easier you make it for somebody to enjoy something, the more likely they are to just get it legitimately instead of wanting to steal it or pirate it. That's just how it works.
Yep.
So, I don't know. That's my thought process.
They should just embrace the future and get ahead of the curve. Do a Spotify. That's how the music industry beat piracy.
Oh
No
my
one pirates
gosh,
music
you
anymore
literally
because music is available at an affordable and often
Honest-
free price.
Farrell, did you pre-watch this video? You can continue. I'm just like, what the fuck? Literally just.
Online, and Games Workshop could do this tomorrow if they wanted, and eventually they will have to do it anyway, so they may as well just get on it early and kind of nip this whole thing in the bud. But also, the miniature wargaming industry, which Games Workshop is a part of, has an advantage against piracy that the movies and music industry did not have, and that's that the miniature wargaming hobby is ultimately a creative hobby that people want to engage in. We don't just consume miniatures and are over it. We build miniatures, we paint them when we have an upcoming game that forces us to, at least. And when that happens, we create art. And Games Workshop can deliver a creative experience that 3D prints would struggle to replicate. Games Workshop could focus their efforts on making Warhammer miniatures fun to build. They could emphasize posability of miniatures, provide tons of options on plastic sprues, let people tell stories with their miniature builds. Games Workshop can compete with 3D printing because hard plastic is simply more fun and superior to build with and kit bash with than resin, or even FDM. And hard plastic is easier to play with, to build weird things around, and to kit bash stuff in. I mean, it should be a joy to to build miniatures. But Games Workshop, they've been heading in the wrong direction in recent memory, as they have focused more and more on single pose models that often, I think, could genuinely just be cast in resin. Like, I don't know why half these new miniatures are coming out in hard plastic when they have a single pose and they're not even customizable. So I hope that this massive release of free Warhammer files that have all been spread out across the internet forces Games Workshop to think twice about their relationship with the community and start ruminating on some long-term changes that they need to make, because this is huge, this is massive, everything is changing in our wargame hobby, and it's going to be changing at an increasingly fast pace. This is a quick train that's going on here. Games Workshop need to get on board, and I'll be here covering it all.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna get better. They're not gonna do that.
They're not going to. No.
Just gonna be real here, that's not gonna happen. Like all the people saying not to pirate Silksong. No, yeah, Silksong is, I'm sure it's still pirated, but like Silksong is probably one of the least pirated games because it's so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good.
Absolutely.
You know? Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have a good night too. Excuse me. That should leak water now. Yeah, that looks nice. Perfect. See, chat, look at this little world building here. I'm really good. I like when I get down to it, I'm really good at the macro or the micro building shit here. So this is the, now granted, this is inspired from somebody else that like is building tunnels like this. But I am coming up with my own ideas. I kind of just stole the general idea of the cave and the lighting, and I'm just gonna do my own thing.
So I don't know how much longer we got. How much longer do you want to go for?
We can keep going. It's only 12:14.
No, I know. How long you want to go depends if we do more than this next topic.
Yeah, we can continue.
Okay. Oh, wrong one. So, Microsoft, in their infinite
Oh,
wisdom.
I remember you were really excited to talk about this.
I will be in just a moment. I do need to take care of something real quick.
Oh, okay. He started talking, I interrupted him, and then he ran away. All right, chat. I don't have any more super chats to read. I got all of them went through. Chat, if you haven't already, consider liking the stream. Lick the stream. Very much appreciate all the love and support. All the love and support tonight, guys. You guys went all amazing. We hit all the goals. We hit 2 goals tonight. So you guys, we're on our way to a DSP Tries It, where I go to McDonald's and then I tell you how good it was after I eat it, because you can't actually watch me eat it. So just like the stream is very much appreciated. We got 73 likes. I'm trying not to be annoying, by the way. Temp is going to go bark at the postman. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. Also, chat, speaking of Temp, his birthday is coming up. I've got a gift for Temp. I don't think he's here, so I can talk about this. I've got a gift for Temp. I am so excited for him to see it, chat. I don't really... What?
The whole, like, oh, he's not here, I could talk about this.
One kick. Thank you for the 1 kick, Gabby. Oh my goodness. Oh God, I can't regulate these kicks here. What the fuck? What are all these zombies doing here? I feel like I'm being trolled by my game and it's single player. What was I saying? Right. So Tim's birthday is coming up. I have something planned for his birthday. He doesn't know what I'm getting, but it's so good. I need to figure out a way to like maybe I could like ban Temp from the server, so like we could prep a birthday channel for him where we could like give
yeah, like kind of what we did with them all.
Stuff. Kind of. But yeah, I'm thinking of how I want to like get the chat to do a special happy birthday to you. I'm not obviously gonna leak what I have in the works for you, but
yeah, because now again, I don't know. This is just based on some of the stuff we've talked about. Aren't whatever you're doing tied to the new model?
You'll have to wait and see.
Well, what I'm saying though is like if it is, we really can't leak it.
Yeah, like I said, you'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
No spoilers.
Just make an opt-in role that allows someone to enter the Temp birthday channel. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, but Temp
Occo
is
might
a
have to just
moderator.
straight up ban me from the server for like a month.
Temp is a moderator. Fuck! Another one.
Ban Temp. Honestly, like, there is a decent chance Occo may very well just have to like remove me from the server.
We'll see. We'll see. I may also just like create a temporary server, ban you from it, and then ask people to like come in and.
Or you could reduce what my role in the server.
I'll think about it.
There's ways around it.
I have time. I mean, like, chat, Temp hasn't given his birthday date away, so it could be at any point.
It could be tomorrow. It's not tomorrow.
Could have
I
already
promise you not tomorrow.
happened. Wah!
Yeah, I promise you it's not tomorrow. On that note, I am likely going to do a birthday stream, but I don't know what day.
Don't do it on your birthday.
I'm not going to do it on my birthday. Because...
Yeah, chat, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. I'll talk to Dylan.
I'm kind of incentivized to do it now. I have been gifted a game to play for that day.
Congratulations.
I am... Yeah, yeah.
See, here's the thing. I know Amal's in the chat right now. I told Amal what your gift is, and she's excited.
Okay. Yep, how are you in dog years? Ooh. How old am I in dog years? Hold on.
Don't say because
I'm not, but I'm curious.
Okay.
Mama Barco.
Are you?
It wouldn't be that old. Well, actually, in dog years, it'd be very old. But if you were counted dog years, dog would be hag.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Do
Anyway,
a Hassan style ban on Temp.
What is a Hassan style ban?
Uh.
Anyway, let's continue on this here because we got off track a little bit.
Microsoft confirms changes to Xbox Game Pass, Essential, Premium, Ultimate tiers. So they've actually raised the price before, but this time they raised the price of the Ultimate tier, which was $20 for like $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
They have now raised it to $30 a month.
So it's an additional $10.
It's an additional $10. And you only have access to what Microsoft gives you, and it's cloud-based. So if your internet is shit, good luck.
That is disgusting. Problem is, and this is kind of like the Elon Musk effect of things. The moment that one company decides that they're going to raise prices or change something, every other company's like, you know what?
Yep.
I'm going to hop right on that.
Yep.
So we've seen this happening over the past couple of years with companies deciding to make changes like that. And unfortunately, because I don't even remember who the first company has been recently. That might have even been Nintendo. I don't know.
Nintendo raised their prices for NSO by adding the NSO Plus expansion pass tier, which is $50 a year.
Right, but what I'm trying to figure out is who did it first, and like the problem that I have is that now that the genie is out of the bottle, it's just going to happen forever now,
Yep.
and there's nothing we can really do about that except
Well, it's like what happened when Nintendo raised the prices to 80 on Mario Kart.
What?
When Nintendo raised the prices on their games with Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, no yeah. So it's just like there's really nothing we can do about it except just say we're not going to support this anymore.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So
Premium has been upgraded to offer even more flexibility and value for those who want to play on their own terms at exceptional value. Premium provides access to a broader library of great games and extends the Xbox gaming experience across console, PC, and cloud. Sony was the first to hike for their price hike for PlayStation Plus Essential to $80 a year. Ugh.
yeah, I don't really agree or like that whatsoever.
So we are now giving premium subscribers more games than ever before, from gaming's biggest hits to hidden gems, now with access to 200 plus games on Xbox, PC, and supported devices, all at $14.99. Now, again, this is an older post, I believe. Yeah, no, this is them announcing, I believe, the premium. The list library with more than 40 new games available today is also now playable on PC, including timeless hits like Minecraft, Forza Horizon 5, and GTA 5. Plus, premium subscribers get newly added fan favorites like Diablo 4 and Hogwarts Legacy starting today, and new Xbox published games within a year of their launch, excludes Call of Duty titles. Cloud gaming is also expanding in premium. Subscribers now enjoy unlimited cloud gaming, including select games you own, and newly added in-game benefits when some of the biggest games like League of Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege X. Instant unlocking cosmetics, characters, and more to enhance your gameplay. Premium also brings new value through rewards with Xbox. Premium subscribers can also get up to $50 per year, 5,000 or 50,000 points globally in the store just by playing games, earning 2 times points on purchases of games and add-ons, plus $5 back in points on select Game Pass library titles and add-ons. Game Pass Essential, a great way to get started. Essential is for players who want the essence of playing everything Xbox with access to games across console, PC, and cloud. Essential makes it easy to jump in and start playing, whether you're diving in solo or team up with friends. Our revamped Essential plan now includes unlimited cloud gaming, online multiplayer, in-game benefits, and rewards with Xbox, plus a curated catalog of 50 plus games playable on both console and PC. The Essential library is now fully playable on PC, featuring standout titles like Hades, City Skylines, Stardew Valley, and Warhammer 40K Darktide. You also get unlimited cloud gaming, which you've mentioned multiple times now, allowing you to play games, including select games you own on the devices you choose, giving you more freedom to play your way. Subscribers who also get benefits, it's legal. A lot of this
legal jargon.
It's all jargon.
Yeah.
Point stands. They raise their prices
Hello, Simus.
to $30 a month on premium.
I know what I'm missing. I was thinking, what am I missing? I'm missing hanging vines.
So for the price of 2 months of Game Pass, you could buy a game you genuinely want.
Well, to buy 2/3 of it because games are $100 now, unfortunately.
You can buy both Clair Obscur and Silksong for $70.
That's insane.
You can buy both Hollow Knight 1 and Silksong for $35. Which is still less than Clair Obscur, by the way.
No, yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, chat.
I'm just saying.
I just need one berry. I need to find one berry.
Hell, Final Fantasy Tactics, $50.
Go find it.
Square didn't charge 60 or 70 for Tactics. They charged 50. Good Square. Good guy, Square.
Thank you for the head pats. I need to get the head pat thing working, but thank you.
I need to get head pat working on my side too. Eventually.
It'll definitely happen when I get the lolly model.
Yeah, I can promise it'll happen at least with the new model. So yeah, that yeah.
So they raised their prices.
They raised their prices. So they had a lot of
make
people.
a statement about this.
Huh?
Didn't GameStop say something about this?
GameStop said that they will keep selling Game Pass Premium for $20.
Okay.
Which will not last forever, mind you, because either Microsoft's going to tell them to knock it off, or GameStop, and this is the way I assume it's going to work, is GameStop was showing off digital cards. So like you go into a store, you scratch off a code, you put that code in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're selling for $20, which means they had a surplus of stock of the gift cards. But what happens when that surplus runs out?
They can't do it anymore.
Exactly. So that's not going to last forever. I can promise you that. I do know Microsoft is losing subscribers in droves. Game Pass has not been doing good for a few years now, and this is only cementing that it's not doing great.
Right. So it's more just one of those things where
It's allowing
it's an
people to double.
outlast. It's who can outlast who.
Exactly. But there are rumors as well that Microsoft, and now this is why there's nothing in the docket about this because it's just a rumor, that Microsoft will be forgoing future consoles. So the Series X and S is the last consoles, and they will be doubling fully down on cloud gaming. And being a publisher, kind of like EA or Ubisoft. Or
I guess I prefer them being a publisher than trying to make overpriced consoles that I'm not going to ever buy.
Well, that's the thing is like with Game Pass, like you have PC, and their games are already on PC pretty much day one anyway. So why not? Why bother?
Right.
Is their fault? Microsoft is 100%
right.
on fault for. Oh, no, they all are. They all are. There's no like someone's good in this situation. There's no one good in the console space.
Steam's doing all right, and they're technically in the console space.
Fair. Steam's doing all right. I can't get mad at them for the collective shout garbage because of the payment processors and whatever.
You can only get so mad at them for that, though.
Exactly. Yeah, no, everyone's doing awful. Like the only Nintendo game I'm going to be buying in pre-ordering is probably Prime 4, because I already said when that was announced that I'd be getting it.
And it's
coming to Switch One.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the Switch One, I would say don't buy it, but
exactly, I have a Switch One, so why not just continue enjoying it?
Yeah,
like I still have to finish Xenoblade Chronicles X on my Switch One. There's so many games on my Switch One I still need to finish. So honestly, that might be something I actually have to end up picking up because my capture card. I've not actually started doing dual PC streaming yet because it's a pain in the ass to set up.
It is not. I have to reconnect it like once a month, so it's not that bad.
I got it working. The only thing I don't like is that I can't split the audio of like everything I'm doing and my voice.
If you get a voice mixer like I have, you can.
Yeah, fair. But like,
although you're using a piece of machinery that is out, unfortunately, no longer supported officially. And
no, I'm not.
No, I'm talking about what I.
Oh,
use.
you are. Yes, I'm not. No, mine is the Fifine one, but I don't think it does that. So, it's a. Anyway,
more diamonds.
But yeah, my Switch One still has games on I need to finish. Just, what's Prime 4? Like, oh no, I wanted to play Prime 4 anyway. If it was something that new they announced, like, oh well, whatever. But this has been there and cooking for several years. I'm playing it.
Has it been over a decade that they promised Prime 4?
It will be. No. They announced it in 2017, I believe. It was either 2017 or Game Awards 2016. Either way, it'll be 10 years soon. Either 2026 or 2026 or 2027. So, Prime 4 is this generation's Breath of the Wild.
I was gonna say, is it just like Hollow Knight?
No, because the way Nintendo operates is when they announce a game for a previous platform and they release on the new platform, they still uphold the previous platform.
Yeah, no,
and they did that with Breath of the Wild.
And it's taken about as long as.
Oh yeah, it's taken about as long as Silksong. Yeah. The only thing about Prime 4 I'm concerned about is the motorcycle sections, but they still could be good.
Only 8 years, almost 10 years, chat.
I was joking with Dom today. For those who don't know, Dom is a friend, but because he's played Silksong and he knows the ending, and I'm kind of getting up there in story. I was like, I totally expect them to do a trilogy like Dark Souls.
I kind of hope they do. They have the ability to do so.
They have the ability to do it. But I was like, but it doesn't matter because we won't see the next game for another 10 years.
Do we know if they want to make another one?
If based on what they said with Silksong, I'm gonna assume they're going to.
Yeah.
Because they already said that if they didn't just kind of, the rubber band thing where they put the rubber band around their thing and then snap it. If they basically didn't do that to themselves, they would have just kept developing Silksong forever. So, Silksong is gonna get DLCs. I promise you that. I just hope it's like the first game.
Oh no, they're gonna get DLCs for sure.
My model froze. There we go. Yeah, like they're gonna get DLCs. I just hope it's not paid DLC, because, like, would I be mad if they did paid DLC? No, honestly, no, I wouldn't be mad, because I'm happy giving Team Cherry my money. Yeah, so I do think they will do a third game. I do think this is building to a trilogy.
Will Prime 4 be woke?
I don't think
it's gonna
so.
have a woman in it, so yeah.
It's gonna have a woman in it, so yes. So yeah. There will probably be eventual Hollow Knight streams, but not for a hot minute.
You should just stream yourself playing the first one.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I didn't actually go back. I didn't finish any of the DLC stuff for the first game, nor do 100%. So
100% is hard though.
I'm doing 100% for Silksong.
I've not even done 100% for
Coward.
Hollow Knight.
Sorry, I wouldn't do 100%. I'd probably try and do 112%. Which is
It's
even
not that I'm
worse.
a coward. I just don't want to spend the time doing it. Like, I love Hollow Knight. I love the lore, and I love learning about the area and the world. But, like, there are some games where I'm just like, I'm good at just leaving it at that. Hollow Knight is one of those ones where I will try and find and beat all of the bosses. But I am not really interested on getting 100%. Or
no,
doing
I mean, that's fair. Not everyone's the same way. I know I did 100% for Metroid Dread while you were here. Not this trip, but the previous one. But
Dread isn't that hard. It's a Metroidvania. It's like very much.
So is Silksong. What?
Yeah, but Silksong's got way more shit in it.
I mean, fair, but it's still a Metroidvania. I don't know what you're trying to imply there.
I'm implying that Silksong is bigger and way more expansive.
I mean, I agree. They spent 8 years on it.
Yeah, I'd be kind of disappointed if it wasn't that big.
Exactly. Like, I'm playing Silksong, and I'm like, oh my god, there is too much to do. Like, it's draining how much there is to do. And I love it. God, I love it. But I sometimes, and that's part of the reason why I have so many hours in the game, because Steam for Silksong right now is clocked at 129 hours on my Steam account. And I'm still on my first playthrough.
Hot damn. So I'm looking at a map here of Hollow Nest, because I haven't actually done it yet.
Oh yeah, there's a Hollow Nest mousepad. The map.
No, well, no. What I want to compare.
Wait, we're not showing it on stream. Do not show it on stream.
I'm showing it on. Why not? It's been a month, bro. I can show the map.
Fine. Magma, stay over here. I'm not showing it.
I just want to compare. Oh, somebody already has a picture. Somebody did a rough picture of it. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Yeah. So I mean, like, I'm not gonna zoom in or anything, and it's kind of hard to tell. But like, if you compare the sizes of both maps, it's very obvious that the size of the second game is not only is it like got more, it's way more saturated, and there's more packed into different areas.
Yep.
Like way more packed into different areas. Again,
like, because you can't zoom out all the way, like in the normal thing, it's overwhelming because you can't zoom out all the way in the in-game map. Like you can, but it shows you like the area names, not like the full maps. So when you see it in game like that, it's like, oh my god, the map just never ends.
No, it doesn't. But yeah,
And
like I was curious to just compare, and it's just like there is at least an additional third, maybe almost extra half of a map in Silksong, just looking at it.
yeah,
But not only is there like more areas, it's just more densely packed than Hallow Nest was.
mhm.
Like Hallow Nest it was way it's really weird thinking about it, because like, you know, you look at between them and it's just like, man, how the fuck did it take so long to get in between?
No, yeah.
Why? How do I like? I look at Hallow Nest and I'm like, why? How the hell did it take me so long to get from point A to point B when this is how small the map is compared to this? You know what I mean?
I'm
It's
mad
just
at Sorry, I'm mad at Team Cherry. I 100% the game and it took me busting my knuckles open in 102 hours to do it. Yeah. It's great. And
Yeah.
I seeing that map, and I think this really kind of is interesting. Despite the map size, there are 2 speedrunning achievements.
30 hours.
So complete the game under 5 hours. I think that's absolutely I've seen people do that.
5 hours.
Complete the game, not 100% in 5 hours.
So get to the final boss.
Yes.
Jeez.
And then there is achieve 100% game completion and finish the game in under 30 hours.
I need to know what 100% completion is. Is that like all of the endings?
No. People
So is
make
it just all the shit?
It's pretty much every tool, charm, mask shard, spool, quest, boss, and basically item in the game, minus a few specific ones.
See, if you're gonna do that, you might as well go Steel Soul, because you shouldn't be dying once if you want to do that.
I mean,
there's like
yeah,
no room for error.
Well, unless death, like a death is part of the speedrun tactic, because some people do that for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Death is where most of the time goes. Oh no, I agree. Like I've definitely, some of the time I've spent in the game is definitely just gone straight to bosses and killing the boss.
No, absolutely.
Still, okay. It's still crazy to me that I've spent more time on fuck, what was that boss's name?
Careful with
still
spoilers.
Crazy to me.
I'm still gonna warn you about spoilers. We do have someone in
Fair.
chat that is actively playing the first game and has not started Silksong yet.
All right, I'm not gonna say the name, but it amazes me. I sent you that comment where a commenter's like, "I can't believe I spent more time on this tiny little optional boss than I spent on the final boss." I thought that was extremely funny, because it's true.
It is true.
Like I spent way more time on that mini boss than, or not even like a
it was
normal
a
boss
very
than
much
the
like
final boss.
overgrown optional boss,
and I hated it. And here's the thing: it was the second form of that boss that upset me the most.
No,
the
first
second
form for me.
of that boss.
First form.
Really?
Yep.
You think that the second form is not that bad?
I'm not saying it's not that bad. It didn't frustrate me as much because I had a better toolkit at the time. So a lot of the issues were down to my performance, not the game being bullshit.
I think the time combined between both forms was just still more than me attempting the final boss. Because again, the final boss, I was surprised with how chill it made me feel. And maybe that's just because, you know, I'm used to the final boss of Hollow Knight, and the final boss of Hollow Knight, like, it trained me, if you know what I mean. There's a speed run of 48 minutes. How the fuck?
Oh my god. Like, I know my current save game file for Silksong in the game, like Steam says 129 hours. My actual file says 50. And I'm probably, because I'm going for 100%, probably like 30 hours off of finishing the game still.
Because it's not the final boss. Yeah, I know it's not the final boss. I've seen the final boss. I am not excited for the final boss. Actual quote-unquote final boss. But,
yeah, welcome to Metroidvanias. They like surprising you.
Have you seen the actual final boss?
No, I refuse to look. I am keeping myself nice and spoiler-free.
Yeah, I won't spoil you on it. All I will say is I was not really that surprised, I'll be honest with
The
you.
only thing I have spoiled myself on is item locations because I'm doing 100%. And I know with how massive this game is, I will miss something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will just say I wasn't really that surprised what the final boss was. I haven't watched any cutscenes or done any story looking into. I will just say that when it came to the final boss, I was not that surprised. Anyway. I mean, it's been over a month, so we can talk about our general reviews for Hollow Knight. You've enjoyed it, you think?
Yes, I haven't finished it.
Yeah, you haven't finished it, but you could say whether or not you liked it.
I mean, the best review I can give it in this year would be Claire Obscure at this point still has to knock my socks off to win Game of the Year for me. Silk Song easily takes it.
So you think Silk Song over Claire Obscura?
I think Claire Obscure should win Game of the Year. For me personally, I think Silk Song takes it.
Fair enough. Boss name should be fine.
No. Nope.
Chat Temple ban me. He'll cut the stream.
I will actually cut the stream. No. See, I don't typically care if I don't know if anyone's actually playing the game. But I do know Magma's here, and I know Magma's actively playing the game. And just like any other game that I love, no. No names.
Thank you for the... Was that 5? Yeah, thank you for the 5. Yes, thank you, Toa. It's not really a spoiler. That's just more of an abject fact. I mean, like, listen, here's the thing. Yeah, that's just the truth. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I won't go any more into it, but Toa's right.
We do need to move on from this topic because we're getting dangerously close.
Listen. It was a good game.
It's a fantastic
I haven't finished
game.
it yet. I haven't finished it yet. I need a break for it. There's a reason why I'm playing Minecraft today. Is because I need a break from it. But like, it's a good game.
I mean, my priority is finishing it. I honestly think I might be able to get it done by next Dogwave. But I'm not gonna promise that.
Chat brings up the Golden Joystick Awards gypped Expedition 33.
I
Did
heard.
You want to talk about that?
I don't have anything
I don't know
for
if we
that,
have
but chat, if we have anything for that, can you put it in one of our servers under the
Well, we
Dogwave?
don't really. There's not really that much to say about it other than just
right,
the
but
Golden
I don't
Joystick
have
Awards are coming up.
Oh, you mean that, not the Expedition 33?
Yeah, so Expedition 33 was not included in the Golden Joystick Awards, and a lot of people are upset about that. I mean, like, there really isn't much you can say other than just, yeah, that really fucking sucks that they seem to have snubbed Expedition 33. No idea why they didn't include it, but they didn't include Expedition 33.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of dumb.
I think it's very dumb. And that's kind of part of the reason why I'm very scared of the actual Game Awards. I think if Claire Obscure and Silksong are not up for Game of the Year, Jeff Keighley is going to get some choice words from a lot of people.
Well, it'll just prove that he's an industry plant.
Oh, we've known that for years. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Zugswain. Perfect. Go away. So we have voting. Voting started... Oh, sorry, nominations closed today. So the awards, or sorry, the categories for Golden Joystick is Best Storytelling, Best Multiplayer, Best Visual Design, Best Indie Game Self-Published, Still Playing Award for PC and Console, Still Playing Award for Mobile, Best Remake/Remaster, Studio of the Year, Best Game Expansion, Best Audio Design, Best Soundtrack, Best Lead Performer, Best Supporting Performer, PC Game of the Year, Console Game of the Year, Best Early Access, Best Gaming Hardware, Best Game Adaptation, Best Game Trailer, and Most Wanted Game. Do we have what was nominated for what?
You could probably just Google it and see.
Yeah, let's see.
Also, chat, what do you think of this area right now? Like I said, I'm trying to do some micro aggressions. I'll work on some micro detail here. Also, this looks nice. I like that. All right, continue. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Golden Joystick Awards 2025 nominees.
Who still watches the Game Awards? A bunch of people. Enough that it's worth watching just to make fun of it.
Mhm.
I'll be
Like-
watching it this year with Temp, and maybe we can bring in Mizu for it.
I'm definitely gonna be doing a stream of it because that's just something we can make content out of.
Mhm.
So from Insider Gaming, they actually list what was nominated. So for Best Storytelling was Claire Obscure, Silent Hill F, Blueprints, Mafia: The Old Country, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and the 100-Line Last Defense Academy. I've only not heard of one of those, which is Last Records. Best Multiplayer Game. So Sonic got snuffed from this, but to be fair, Sonic probably wasn't in this because Sonic came out last month. Battlefield 6, Peak. Battlefield 6 isn't even out yet. Kiss my ass. Sorry, Sonic is still back in the why didn't you include this? Elden Ring, Night Rain, Split Fiction, Mario Kart World, Rematch. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be Split Fiction or Mario Kart. Best Visual Design, Death Stranding 2, Claire Obscure, The Midnight Walk, Ghost of Yote, Sword of the Sea, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Also ill.
I've seen a lot of people being upset with Ghosts of Yote.
Oh, so have I. It's
I'm not upset
good.
because so I have seen people say that the gameplay sucks or that it's not that good or that the game they don't like the game because of what the game devs decided to do or say. I
Yeah.
am not very knowledgeable though.
Best Indie Game. Blueprints, Citizen Sleeper, Wanderstop, Skin Deep, Despelote, Hurdling, Abiotic Factor, Baby Steps, Gaves of Quad, and Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I was a little mad that Silksong was not in that list, but Silksong is in the next list.
Okay.
For Best Indie Games Self-Published, we have Silksong, Hades 2, Sword of the Sea, Peak, Keep Driving, Spilled, Lonely Mountains. Peak was self-published.
Yeah, fair. It's a small league. Peak is not going to win, I'll tell you right
No,
now.
I'm telling you right now, out of that list, it's going to be Hades 2 or Silksong. Well, okay, or this next one, Deltarune, Promise Mascot Agency, and Consume Me. It's going to be between Silksong, Hades 2, and Deltarune. Easy. Probably Silksong, honestly, because Silksong.
That's a lot of Iron Bomb.
Still Playing Award on PC and console goes to Minecraft, Dead by Daylight, Helldivers 2, Naraka Blade Point, Satisfactory, Call of Duty Warzone, Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege X, GTA Online, and Warframe.
Well, Warframe sadly won't win, but
Warframe? Well, out of that, no, it won't win. Never mind, you're right.
no, there's a lot of decent stuff
Fortnite, Apex are both on there. Call of Duty Warzone's on there. Marvel Rivals on there. Yeah. Yeah, D2 isn't on the list. No. DRG is the best indie. It's not on indie self-published. There's a difference, Magma. Has to go to Helldivers, right? No, that's going to be going to, one of these four. Apex, Fortnite, Rivals, or Call of Duty. Still Playing Award for mobile. Call of Duty Mobile, Pokemon Go, Subway Surfers, Clash Royale, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero. I'd love to point out that Mihayo has 3 games up there.
Here, while you talk, I'll be right back.
Roblox, Free Fire, PUBG Mobile. Best remake and remaster is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Trails in the Sky First Chapter, Talos Principle Reawakened, Gears of War Reloaded, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. Yeah. It's going to be between Metal Gear Solid and Elder Scrolls, I'll tell you that. Studio of the Year. Team Cherry, Sandfall Interactive, so that's Silksong and Clair Obscure. Aggro Crab and Landfall, that one's Peak. I think Bloober Team was Chronos, Into the Dawn, I think is what it's called. I don't know about Slow Clap and Rebellion, though. Best Game Expansion, Indiana Jones, Lies of P, No Man's Sky, Atom Fall, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Still Wakes the Deep. It's gonna be between probably Indiana Jones, Lies of P, and No Man's Sky. Alan Wake, if I recall correctly, maybe. Best Audio Design, Ghost of Yote, Battlefield 6, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, 2 Point Museum, and Chronos The New Dawn. Okay, The New Dawn, not Into the Dawn. Okay, fair. Best Soundtrack, Clair Obscure, South of Midnight, Silent Hill F, Eric Scholm, The Stolen Dream, Deltarune, and Sword and the Sea. No, I'm telling you right now, that one's going to either Deltarune or Clair Obscure. Easy. Easy. Best Lead Performer, Jennifer English as Mael and Clair Obscure. Troy Baker as Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones. Tom McKay as Henry in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Alex Jordan as Jan Dulski in Alters, no idea that. Erika Ishii as Atsu in Ghost of Yote. And Adrienne Ray as Hazel in South of Midnight. 2 of those are definitely DEI picks. Game of the Year is so exclusive and full of Yeah. We'll be reading that one soon. Hopefully Akko gets back for that one.
I'm back.
Oh, good.
Here, I'm gonna put something that I want to cover. I do want to talk about tonight because I thought it's a cool Minecraft thing, but I think it's pretty neat.
Okay.
And it'll take some explanation, so I put it in for us.
So yeah, a lot of this is just a lot of it's slop. Not all of it. A lot of it though. So yeah.
Chunk of it.
Good chunk of it. Where did you put what in docket? Docket. Okay. Yeah, we could talk about this right now.
Wasn't expecting that. Give me a moment.
Oh. Chad, I put Akko on the spot.
So, you read that headline and you tell me if you understand what
I've been hearing about this. I don't understand it though.
Okay, yeah, read it and I'll explain it.
YouTuber Kurt J. Mack has completed his 14-year Minecraft journey to reach the game's legendary Farlands. Kurt traveled more than 12 million blocks to reach the terrain glitch and raised over $500,000 for charity.
So, for context, the most I've ever traveled in Minecraft is 100,000 blocks on foot. I think so. You know what the Farlands are, right?
No, never heard of them.
Okay. So the Farlands was a glitch that used to exist in Minecraft. It doesn't exist anymore because of how the world generation works. He made it. Yes, he made it. He finally finished it. His journey is over. 14 years ago, when the Farlands were still a thing, this YouTuber decided that he was going to travel on foot there. Because, you know, in a single player world, if you really wanted to, you could just like teleport yourself 14 million blocks to the Farlands. Like I said, the Farlands don't exist now because of how they changed generation in Minecraft these days. But what he decided to do on an old version of Minecraft is travel from spawn all the way out there. as the picture, as you can kind of see the picture here, Temp, and I'll blow it up for people. If you've never heard of the Farlands before, why is my mouse not working? Okay, for some reason it turned off. If you've never heard of the Farlands before, it's basically a glitch where once you reach a certain amount of like blocks away, the chunks break, because back then the way it was programmed, it wasn't programmed to go like past a certain amount, and then the chunks would all just like break, and you'll get this weird amalgamation that you see, that is this wall of generated blocks basically. And the only way you could get that is if you did travel to the world border, the glitched world border, which was 14 million blocks. And this guy decided that he was going to walk there by himself on foot. Now, very few people can say that this is actually an achievement that they themselves have undertaken. I myself never ever went there, even though I'm sure if I rolled back to a previous version where the Farlands existed, I could do it like literally right now with cheats. But this guy did it by hand and on foot. I don't know if he did it with an elytra, but he definitely did it on foot. Farlands or Bus is what it was called. Yeah, I remember when this guy started doing this. I was still young, and I saw that he was doing it. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, then I forgot about it because I was a young kid. But basically, yeah, he spent 14 years, and it sounds like he was doing multiple different charities while doing it. My assumption is that he didn't do this every waking moment of the day. My assumption is that he spent a couple hours a day or whenever he could to do it, and basically traveled from 0, all the way out. Just traveling 14 million blocks in general is kind of a feat in its own right. So by going from 0 to 14 million blocks on foot, people are saying that elytras didn't exist.
Did
So
sprinting
if that's
exist?
the case, yes.
Okay.
I can't remember if the hunger bar was introduced then. But basically traveling from
I will be
0 all
right
the way
back.
over to 14 million is a big deal. It was a pretty big deal. So that's a pretty cool achievement. I think he'll be recognized as the only guy in the world to have done that, because I highly doubt, highly doubt anybody's going to do that again. The lag was immense. Oh, I believe it, because here's the thing. The world I have now, chat, here, I'll go above ground and show you. The world that I have here, this world that I have generated, chat, right now it's measured in about 5 gigs. It's about 5 gigabytes of space, okay? 5 gigabytes of space. That may not sound like... It isn't really a lot in the grand scheme of things, because there are some Minecraft maps that are measured in terabytes, like the 2v2t one. As you zoom out more and more, like, again, if this whole thing here, this is a couple thousand blocks. If this is a couple gigabytes of space, imagine what going 14 million blocks, like how much space that will take up. My assumption is that at some point this man had to move his map to another save so that he could like keep the space for it, because that's like massive amounts of space that ends up getting taken up, just utterly completely massive. So that's pretty cool that he was able... One, it's cool that he was able to do it, and two, I hope that he moves on and does something that doesn't like make you want to tear your brains out.
He should probably move on from Minecraft.
No, he doesn't have to.
No, but I mean, like, not move on.
Yes, chat. It is very possible to trim unused chunks. If you want my personal opinion, he probably like put his render distance down as low as it could go, which is 1 chunk, and then just ran, which does lower the amount of space that you consume by a lot. Because right now I do 16 chunks loaded at a time, which is really just intensive on RAM. But like when you're loading new chunks, 16 around you at a time, that ends up being quite a lot. So yeah, my assumption is that he ate up a lot of memory. I would want to see how much space his computer took up of just this world. That's it. Cool achievement. He's probably going to be the only guy to do it. So.
Yep.
He had the lowest setting. I believe it.
So you know how we were talking about Gilded the other day as like joking, like, oh, we'll just leave Discord and go to Gilded.
Yeah.
Roblox will be shutting down Gilded at the end of 2025.
And Discord becomes an undefeated, unmatched opponent again.
Yep. Absolutely hilarious.
Right after leaking your data, they're going to be the monopoly again. I don't know if you wanted to briefly mention that or not.
No,
but
I think it's good.
Discord.
Oh,
If you had any, if you use Discord, any third party associated with Discord, or not any, but like, if you used certain third parties with Discord, your data got leaked. If you had data to share.
Yep.
Please.
Makes me glad I bought my Discord Nitro as a gift card, I believe, through Amazon.
Yeah. Can we count TeamSpeak?
I would. No. I wish, but no.
So yeah, that's really about it. So comes right off the heels of saying how safe and easy it is to like use your ID for verifying your age. So very quickly after, I knew it would happen. I didn't think it'd be that fast though. Okay, get wrongs. Maybe oppose your government harder next time. Like we opposed you.
Here's an interesting one. Oh. Crunchyroll is reportedly switching from Aegis-Sub to Israeli software Una for its anime subtitles.
Oh my gosh. Now we gotta start boycotting Crunchyroll.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, look. Use Crunchyroll, fine.
That was a joke, by the way. You okay, Temp?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I have an ice cream bar, and it's cold.
Wow.
Dog went to get ice cream.
Dog can't eat ice cream. It'll hurt the dog.
A dog don't care.
I see. I see.
You might find this interesting. Actually, hold on. We'll talk about this first. So we talked about it last week that EA was being bought by the Saudis.
Yes.
That went through.
Yeah, as I expected it would.
But reports suggest concern is growing inside BioWare as the studio's future. At one stage, EA even considered selling the legendary developer.
Why? Are they just not that good anymore?
No, they're not.
Damn. Don't know what to say to that other than just, well, if you suck, maybe you should get out of the kitchen then.
And here's the thing. People are like, oh my god, if they get rid of Bio, like, maybe if they leave EA, something like Dragon Age and Mass Effect will get better. EA owns those franchises because they bought BioWare. So,
Yeah.
In fact, if BioWare were to leave the equation, those two might actually get better.
You might be right. I'm going to be real with you. And that's the saddest part of all. When the parent doesn't know how to make a good child. So you consider taking away the child so that the parent is forced to get better.
Mhm. Ironically, I was actually talking about it. I was on Magma's stream actually a couple nights ago. I was talking about potentially streaming all 3 Mass Effect games and like doing 100% playthroughs. You know, I started that 100% playthrough thing a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was about restarting it, but doing it as like Dog Shepherd for 100% in all 3 games. So that way, when ME4 does come out and I play it, I could just migrate Dog Shepherd to 4 and play that on stream.
Maybe by then you'll have a model.
The new model will be thing by then, absolutely. And then I have the new model, and then ME4 comes out after I retire from streaming.
You immediately retire from streaming right after your debut.
Day 1 of debut. All right, it's great. Day 2 of debut. All right, I'm leaving. Bye.
Exactly. Thanks for all the money, guys. All right, I'm gone.
Bye. But I don't know. I kind of want to return to 40K, but I was actually thinking maybe after Crow could try to start Mass Effect, because that could be like a fun thing. I don't know, chat. Maybe we'll after Crow Country, we'll be starting Mass Effect. That could be fun.
That would be fun. Also, I can't eat at the same time as you because then we both go quiet.
Saudis will fire all the DI hires. If what Legal Mindset had to say is true, no. Might be early enough for the Saudis to curtail the woke elements at ME4. Maybe.
Maybe. You can hope and pray.
And look, as long as it follows the same storyline, same characters of like 1, 2, and 3, and keeps that like going. Because I described it on Magma stream, where like you had Metroid Prime 1 through 3, and it told like a continuous story. But then M Prime 4 is coming out, and it's going to be very different, but it's still Metroid Prime at its heart. And that's what Mass Effect 4 is going to be. Like 1, 2, and 3 told a continuous story. Whereas 4 will tell an evolution of that story, but still a new story. So, I don't know. We'll see. If we do Mass Effect streams, I'll let you all know. But I've been kind of feeling the itch. And instead, I'm like, I made a character I really don't care about for my ME1 and 2 playthrough, and Occo can attest this, I'm kind of particular about that shit, which is weird. Because sometimes I'll use games to make new OCs that I like want to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried doing that with Mass Effect, and ME1 and 2 worked out fine, but once I hit ME3, I'm just like, not really feeling it, you know?
I guess we'll have to wait and see if you feel it. If you feel it now.
Well,
Mr. Krabs.
Anyway, let's see. What else was there? Oh yeah. You were interested in. Sorry, let me rephrase this. Would you rather hear about the Helldivers 2 space issues, or Sega not making remakes?
Let's do the remakes.
Okay. So, Sonic Team says no to Sonic Adventure remakes, but Sega could still make it happen.
They're looking into remakes of
No.
SA2?
No. People have been asking or begging for years to do adventure remakes. But obviously there's been nothing about that. In a move that is both admirable and a bit head-scratching, considering the sheer amount of relativity, relatively easy money being left on the table, Sonic Team has admitted that the main reason behind the current lack of adventure remakes is not money, time, or lack of support from Sega or Sonic fans, but rather their own lack of interest in making them. You know what? Fair. I don't
Oh,
quite
fuck.
blame him for this, because making remakes hinders creativity.
It does, and the biggest concern is like remakes will never be as good as the product that they are trying
Yeah,
to
it's nostalgia
to
bait.
remake. Yes, pretty much. Okay, can I push you into the minecart?
Sonic Team's disinterest in revisiting either of the Bluebirds' Dreamcast outings or their respective enhanced GameCube releases, Adventure DX and Adventure 2 Battle, was confirmed by the original director Takashi Iizuka, who since 2008 has served as the studio's top boss. During a recent interview given to the BBC regarding his team's latest release, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, asked about the potential of either game to eventually receive the remake treatment. Iizuka confirmed his host that Sonic Team was more interested in experimenting with current day hardware to create richer, more complex, more interesting worlds than looking back at the past. I'm going to count that with saying they should go back to the back to the past as far as stage design and gameplay. Or sorry, stage design and music. Please. Otherwise, keep going. You're fine. I'm just sick of seeing Green Hill and Hydrocity Zone.
Yeah.
And Sky Sanctuary. I'm sick of it.
Let's
Move on, please. Anything else?
see if that will do it.
Instead of using all the time to remake a new game, instead of using all that time and energy to remake a game that people have already experienced, we can make a brand new game instead. I think the team is really interested in taking that same amount of time and energy and effort to really bring a new experience to the players. Yeah, Sonic has kind of fallen into the Mario trope.
Pick a copper golem while holding a minecart to place it inside the minecart. What?
I know it's Hydro City. I've been calling it Hydrocity for years. It's hard to break that habit. It's like people wanting you to call Twitter X. I've been calling it Twitter for years. I'm sorry. However, while Sonic Team may not have any plans to revisit Sonic's first proper 3D adventures, Iizuka clarified that this does not mean no one ever would. As on Sega's end, if they wanted to, if they don't have it in their capacity as a team, they can always just outsource it. They can always outsource it to lots of talented people who are big Sonic fans that could do it justice. And in adding one more speed bump to Adventure's duology's second potential win, the Sonic Team boss noted that Sega was currently trying to find a balance between doing new things and doing old things in order to make sure that they are a company that's looking ahead and not just being a company that's relying on its past. While the BBC's question and Iizuka's subsequent answer centered on the Adventure series, Sonic Team's forward-facing philosophy likely applies to all his past games, including those entries that could use a remaster, or at the very least, a substantial tightening up of their controls and gameplay, like Heroes, Shadow, and either of the Wii exclusive storybook games, Secret Rings and Black Knight. And particularly, this also means that we're unlikely to see any past titles given the collection treatment, in particular the Advance and Rush series and the franchise Riders Rivals racing outings. Regardless of what lies in store for Sonic and his friends, Sega and Sonic Team's new Racing Crossworld is now available and damn good. It is very good.
I've seen it. It looks pretty good. I just don't feel inclined to buy it right now. Also, chat, don't pay attention to the golem genocide. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay.
So yeah. That is admittedly one
I-
thing I'm surprised that Sega didn't jump on and learn from Capcom, is the collection system. Like Mega Man 1, like Collection 1, Mega Man Collection 2, stuff like that. But for like Advance, Rush, stuff like that. Stuff that's just not public, like readily available anymore.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing it for the classic games. Why not just do it for, the other ones? So, I don't know. It's interesting.
It is indeed very interesting. I don't know how I feel about it though.
No. Like if they have a competent team, like if Sega has a competent team they want to make this, cool. Just don't censor Rouge, please, because I know you really want to.
Do they really want to?
They've been censoring Rouge for years. Because at first she started out as like, ironically, and this kind of is where the Latina meme comes in for Shadow.
Uh-huh.
She was originally designed as a busty Latina, like intentionally, and they have
And now
since
she's just
not that.
yeah. Free the woman titties. Yes, chat. Free the woman titties.
titties.
Let's see if he puts them in the correct chest.
But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to remakes, but honestly, I'm actually, now that they've mentioned it, wanting collections.
Oh, is he just putting them in any chest?
Like, and I'm not talking like collections of their 3D titles, but like their handheld titles would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rivals, Rush, Advance, stuff like that. That'd be nice. I mean, Capcom did it.
Yeah.
Nintendo kind of did it a bit. Konami did it. On that note, that actually thinking about it might be something we do before Mass Effect.
What?
So last week when we were talking about Castlevania, I was gifted Castlevania Advance and Dominus collections.
Oh, okay.
So we might be doing Castlevania for our spooky month.
That would be pretty cool. I'd be down to see that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We love Rouge. We do love Rouge.
We do.
Okay, so he is slowly sorting now.
But yeah, probably gonna be starting with an anniversary collection with the first game, and then I did notice something when I was like looking through the collections for Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
That they don't have Symphony of the Night in any of these. To kind of give you context, because I don't know if you paid attention to that. Symphony of the Night is the Castlevania equivalent of Super Metroid.
Okay.
Like, it is the genre-defining game. So, like, those two games are why the term Metroidvania actually exists.
Right.
And Symphony of the Night is not on Steam at all.
Why not?
I don't know. Which is leaving me to be a little curious. Did Mercury Steam release a new game? For context, Mercury Steam is the developer behind Metroid Dread. And then the Metroid 2 remake. Yeah, they just released a game this year called Blades of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
But I do wonder if because of now Mercury Steam's kind of popularity in the not Castlevania, but the Metroidvania sphere with Dread, and then now the Metroid 2 Return of Samus remake,
Mm-hmm.
that Konami might have them making a Symphony of the Night remake. Because I could see Konami doing that because money. They have worked with Mercury Steam in the past.
Money is all they care about.
So, I don't know. Just something I thought of. Someone want to ring up on Dogwave.
Indeed. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm gonna
Temp,
I
do
don't
you
know. I
bark?
do want to see.
Temp, do you bark when you come? I regret nothing. I'm not answering that question. Symphony of the Night is GOAT. I mean, fair. So here's the thing. That is something I want to do one day. Is I've never the only Metroid games I finished are Prime 1 Remake, Prime 1 Remaster, and Dread.
You gonna put it in there?
But that means I've only ever finished, and I'm gonna count Silksong because I'm basically near the end of the game, 4 Metroidvanias: Hollow Knight, Silksong, Metroid Prime 1 Remaster, and Dread. And that's it. So I've never played the other Metroid games, and I've never played a Castlevania game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's stuff I would like to do one day.
You'll get there, I think. I regret hearing that.
Could be a licensing thing. It could be a licensing thing, but I don't know. I think Konami knows what they have, kind of like Metal Gear Solid Delta. So I don't know. Certainly interesting.
Oh, it's definitely interesting. I guess we'll have to wait and see, you know.
Chat, it's oh my god.
We're not gonna watch the video I wanted to
No,
tonight.
it's we're at 4 hours. Chat, it's a longer Dogwave. I hope you all enjoyed.
This is a normal stream of
Fair. You typically have been doing 4-hour streams lately.
I've been typically pushing 5 hours some of these nights.
Yeah.
I need to stop doing that.
You do. Get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
The plan next week. I don't know. I need to talk with Malice and Kat to see if we're doing Baldur's Gate next week. But if not, we're doing something on Wednesday night. Not Grounded, but we're doing something. We have Crow Country starting on Friday, because that was the goal for hitting 600 subs.
Whoa.
And then more Abiotic on Sunday or Saturday, and then Dogwave on Sunday. If we do Baldur's Gate 3, it'll be a second stream on Saturday, but that one will probably just be that will just happen kind of thing. Otherwise, what are you doing next week? Anything special coming up?
Same old. I am trying to work up the muster up the ability to start working on my next long form video.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Problem is, like, I can't force myself to do something when I'm not ready for it.
Yep.
If I do, it's not going to be a good video.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, I haven't been producing long form videos, because I just, like, I'm waiting for the inspiration.
Imagine if Nintendo just has to patent the Metroidvania genre just because of Silksong. No. No. The difference here is that Metroid's not big enough. Like, I think combined, Silksong and the first Hollow Knight sold more than most Metroid games.
Wait to see if he puts it in there.
Okay, chat, where are we sending you? You know what? I know where you're gonna go.
You're not gonna put it in there?
Mizu is streaming with Royan tonight.
He is, yes.
You know, I'm actually gonna send you all to Royan.
Fair.
You're not gonna put it in there, really? Oh, there you go. You're smart.
Okay, are you gonna keep going, or are you gonna be done?
I'm gonna go for a few more minutes.
Okay.
Educate chat on what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm gonna probably sit in chat. Or sit in call, but I'm gonna be done streaming.
Yeah.
Alright, chat, I will see you all on Wednesday. God, I'm tired. Wednesday night for something. We'll see. Alright. Good night, chat. I'm gonna send you all to Royan. So go see Ryan.
Let me show you what we did here. This is my new item sorter. Well, this is a small section of it.